You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
And that's right, everybody. Welcome. Good evening. It is the October version of Friday Night Rivals. So glad you are here on this first day of October. We are live tonight in Pensacola, specifically at West Florida High School, where traveling Godby from Tallahassee has come to town. My name is Christian Garman, doing the play-by-play as always. Next to me, Mr. Jeff Price, who of course will be doing the analyses throughout the night. So Jeff, this is a very interesting game, maybe on paper the most interesting game of the year. I say that because Godby, they're 0-6, okay? They've not won yet this year. Meanwhile, West Florida is 4-0. They've yet to lose. So it feels like, oh, okay, well, here we go. West Florida's got a cakewalk. They're going to get to 5-0 pretty quickly. And you're telling me that is not necessarily the case.
I think this one's going to be closer than the experts believe. Experts being me and you, by the way. I
okay,
guess
well,
whatever
that'll
that may
have
mean.
to do.
But Godby has lost 4 of 6 games by a touchdown or less, and they've played one of the toughest schedules in the state. I really think this one's going to be close.
All right, so that's really interesting. Yeah, they're 0-6, but they've played this incredibly hard schedule. 4 of those games they lost by very few points, so that tells us they may be better than that record indicates. How about West Florida? They're 4-0. Are they as good as that record indicates?
I really believe they are. And you know the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I've heard that.
Okay, they're 4-0, playing pretty well. Defense giving up 7 points a game. Yeah, so let's not mess with anything. Look, Jag fans are happy. Let's keep it that way.
No doubt about it. Happy. It's the Cougars and the Jaguars tonight. So let's get to the Northwest Florida State keys to victory. And let's start with the home team, the Jaguars, West Florida. They're 4-0. They'd love very much in front of a hometown crowd to go to 5-0. What do they need to do to make that happen tonight?
All starts in that backfield with quarterback Markel Redding, throwing the football, rushing the football, getting this offense moving down the field, positive yards. Got to look out for, I'm telling you right now, Marquez Jones, 7 touchdowns. Watch out for the young sophomore.
So 7 touchdowns in 4 games out of the backfield. So, yeah, he'll be someone to watch. So as much as we know that West Florida would love to go to 4-0, I think more than that, Godby would love to get to 1-6 and not go to 0-7. What do they need to do tonight to win?
Not too often do we call a 5A football game where they got a freshman starting quarterback. Christian Sims for Godby. That's the young man right there, the freshman. Good-looking freshman, by the way. Threw for 200 yards last week against Niceville. He's going to have to do that again to pull the upset.
Well, let's see if they can do it. It's going to be the kickoff coming up right after this break, folks. It's Friday Night Rivals, Godby at West Florida. So glad you're going to spend your Friday night with us. We are back live and glad you're with us. As we mentioned, Jeff, off the top, we have crossed over on the calendar. It is now October, and we had terrific weather last week, and again tonight. It's a beautiful night for some football.
It really is. This is picture perfect again, 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
And, boy, I think we're going to have a pretty good football game tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, you made some really interesting points there off the top. I can tell you that Godby won the toss, and they deferred. So West Florida will get their hands on the ball first, and West Florida has taken the field. Still waiting there. You can see Godby still huddled up there on the sideline. So they'll be jotting out here in just a second, and we'll be ready to go. But, yeah, Jeff, it's fair. It's really interesting. I mean, I really mean that, what I said off the top, that maybe one of the most interesting matchups we've had, given that one team is 0-6 and one is 4-0. That alone is odd, but then the fact that it really may not be quite as different as it seems. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but certainly I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, again, they played one of the toughest schedules in the state. They've lost 4 of their 6 by a touchdown or less. But you know what? That doesn't mean a hill of beans if you don't come out and win some football games, so we'll see what they do tonight.
Well, they would love to turn things around, and you hear the whistle, and it sounds like we're ready to rock and roll there, and JT Winton is back, as you can see, to receive. Let's play some football. And Winton will field it at the 12. Nice couple of moves there, gets back to about the 28-yard line. It's about a 14-yard return, and the West Florida offense will now come out onto the field, led by quarterback Markel Redding, the junior, and Jeff, a talented young man. Starting lineups here. Let's go ahead and knock that out first. Of course, brought to you by Pete Moore. There you can see Redding, just talking about him. Marquez Jones, Jeffy pointed him out off the top. Zarek Winton's a big-time player, great receiver. Bettis, Coleman, Cole, Worley, Hardaway Weeks, and Moultrie, the offense for West Florida Tech. Here we go. Let's get to it. See what Mr. Redding can do right off the bat. Going to run it up the gut here in a nice big hole. That's number 24 for West Florida, and that was Marquez Jones. Jeff, you told us. Sure enough, he gets the ball right away.
Yeah, 7 touchdowns on the year, and here is the Godby defense. They've given up some points this year, but nonetheless, again, sponsored by Pete Moore.
Love Jamal Sweet. What a name that is. Pointer, Blythers, Henry Smith, Everett, Banks, Cohen. As we get rolling again here. This time they come out wide. There's Jones, who tried to get to the outside there, right on the edge, goes out of bounds. But it is going to be another 1st and 10. That's brought to you by Family Heating and Air. So right away, West Florida's on the move, Jeff.
Hey, get the ball to your playmakers early and often, and that's what West Florida Tech's going to do. Marquez Smith, we talked about him, or Marquez Jones, excuse me, the young man, good-looking sophomore, 7 touchdowns. We can't talk about it enough, what it means for this offense, and boy, he's one of those high flyers.
Well, in the first play, they use him out of the backfield, and there he catches a pass. This time, Redding's going to keep it himself, and he gets out wide and picks up another 7 or 8. So, that was Redding on the carry there. So, West Florida is showing already that they've got several options and moving it.
Yeah, this is where Markel Redding can get you. They can bait you with the run game, and then they'll play action pass over the top to one of their weapons, and they have plenty out here.
And we mentioned Winton, who's a big-time receiver. What kind of arm does Redding have?
He has a cannon for an arm.
So,
I tell you what, he's pretty smart with the football as well, so I expect a lot out of him tonight.
All right, well, he picked up 8 on that carry, so 2nd down and 2 now, down to the 42-yard line of Godby. Going to get a chance to see that arm now. He wants to go deep. Decides to keep it, like you said, smart with the ball, did not have his man, keeps it himself and gets enough for another 1st and 10. Nice play there.
Yeah, really good job by Kawan Banks, by the way, the senior DB for Godby. Look, we know that Redding wanted to go deep right there. The man wasn't there. He thought he had a step on him, but Banks really stepped up. So good job by that Godby defense. Nonetheless, it's a 1st down for West Florida Tech.
And let me point out, too, that was Jones, the receiver who was downfield. So this guy, they're using him in all sorts of ways. He's caught it out of the backfield. He took a handoff out of the backfield, and that time he was going deep. So they just want to get him the ball, and they're going to do it right here. There he goes. Another pickup of about 4.
Well, we've seen, again, we talked about it earlier, Godby's defense has given up some big-time points this year, but they've also scored with the best. So it's going to be tough to see if they can slow this offense down.
Looks like we've got an injured player there for Godby on the field. That's number 41, Alonzo Pointer. You know what, while they take a look at Alonzo, and hopefully he's okay, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. It's Friday Night Rivals. We're just underway. We're back. It took just about every bit of the commercial break, but there you can see Alonzo Pointer being escorted off the field. He is walking under his own power, which of course is very good to see, but definitely a little bit of a hobble there. So he got injured on that one. Hopefully he's going to be okay, and maybe we'll see him again later on in the game. We're just underway. There's 10:39 to go, so we're a minute and 21 into this game. And West Florida is moving it now, facing 2nd down and 6 down at the 36-yard line of Godby. 5 receivers out here. 3 on the far side, 2 on the near side. And Redding is going to get hit hard. And a big play. That's number 22 for Godby. Well done there. That's Chedrick Henry, the junior linebacker, comes up huge there. And it's going to make 3rd and long. Jeff, what happened?
I tell you right there that, look, watch, the offensive line's done so good, but watch Chedrick come in here, just battle him, beats his man on the outside right there. And I tell you what, he had a man, if I'm not mistaken, that was number 3, Colin Betty's on the outside, and he had not just 1 step, 2 steps at least running right by his corner. Boy, Markel Redding, I tell you what, Henry saved a touchdown, that's for sure.
Yeah, he ran out of time quick there, did Redding. So now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 15, and that was a big play for Godby. Oh, and Redding throws a pick. Throws a terrible pass right into the hands of Kajan Banks, the senior defensive back, and a huge moment there. So West Florida's moving it. The sack moves him back, and the very next play, a poor throw from Redding, Jeff. And how about that? Big moment for Godby early.
That's a great job disguising coverages right there. Look, the guy comes out of his break. He's on a little bit of an out route, or a little corner route, I'm mistaken. And Kawan Banks just reads it perfectly. Boy, you can't draw it up any better than that on defense.
Yep. All right, so now we see Godby for the first time tonight. And, Jeff, worth noting, you pointed out off the top, a freshman starting quarterback is never normal. But for a school this size, it's really surprising.
Yeah, typically you'll see this in 1, 2, maybe 3A, you'll have that stud talent. And every once in a while, you'll see it in some 5, 6A, but very rare. But this young man, Christian Sims, is a heck of a player.
They're going to hand it off right up the middle this time here on their first play from scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard, and that was number 4, Chase Gillespie, who senior running back for Godby.
There's the Godby offense right there. You see Sims, Gillespie, Kelly, Banks, Texter, Scott, Hankerson, Brooks, Dickey, McCants, Parchment, and Hilliard. Brought
to you by Pete Moore, of course. There you can see that beautiful trophy one of these two coaches and teams will walk away with at the end of the night. The Godby offense there, again, led by the freshman quarterback. Gain of about a yard there. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Another handoff and another big hole. Beautiful run, too. That's number 4, Chase Gillespie again. So he's had the hands on the ball a couple of times. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6, it looks like, Jeff.
Yeah, here's our West Florida Tech defense. You got Daniels, Avery, McClinton, Carlisle, Larkins, Caldwell, Randolph, Marion, Moultrie, McGee, Swanson, and Knight. And, boy, that is a good bunch right there. Again, giving up 7 points a game.
It's incredible. Yeah, yes. Big-time D here. Getting tested early now, 3rd down and 5, a chance to show off. Godby now again. 4 different receivers out wide, 3 on the other side of the field. Sims going to roll out. And he's in some trouble. He's in some real trouble. And sure enough, that defense does get a chance to show off. That's a huge play. I'll tell you what, Jeff, I don't know if you saw this, but far side, 15 yards from the action, it looked like, yeah, one of the West Florida players did kind of a handstand. Did you see that?
I saw that to get up, yeah.
Well, the reason I bring it up is I thought he might get a penalty. You know what I mean? It kind of felt like a showboat situation after the huge play, but he did not, so it's going to be 4th down and 12. Just not the kind of thing you normally see. So sure enough, we know how good this West Florida defense is, and they come up big there. And it looks like West Florida is going to take back over here with terrific field position as it's 4th and 12. And the West Florida Tech men back are at about the 40-yard line.
Godby runs a man on late right there.
JT Winton is back again. Very high punt. Didn't go very far. Going to land at about the 50-yard line. And that's exactly where Godby's going to down it, right at the 50-yard line. So West Florida Tech, sure enough, does take over with outstanding field position. They only have to carve half the field now with 7:35 to go as we change things over. Jeff, aside from our game, anything else on your radar tonight in terms of other games on the Gulf Coast?
Absolutely. We had a great one last night, by the way. Pine Forest upsets Escambia. Well, it's an upset depending on who you were rooting for there. 22-20, great game, by the way. Crestview right now is up on Niceville 7-0 early, and Northview's up on Jay. The good old rivalry right there, the battle of Highway 4, 13-0.
Do you remember in your 4 years at Northview what the record was against Jay?
We never played them.
Is that right?
Yeah,
wow.
100%. I wish. Been fun.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, here we go. From midfield. Nice gainer there. Terrific play. Gain of about 8, and that's number 22, Wyatt Casey, the sophomore running back for West Florida.
Yeah, West Florida, you see him right there. And they got some good-looking athletes, and we say that every year. Remember, West Florida Tech had a little bit of an issue last year. Now, they were bit with the COVID bug quite a few times, had a bunch of guys out in some games last year. They weren't as good as they had been. This year, it seems that they have gotten things on track. This is a good-looking football team, and they have weapons everywhere.
Weapons everywhere. They've yet to lose, 4-0, and crossed over to the Godby side of the field now. It's going to be another handoff with the very same man. And this time, he might have gotten a yard again. That's Wyatt Casey, sophomore. So it's going to be 3rd down and a couple here.
Boy, I tell you what, Kawan Banks is a good-looking senior DB right there. Not too often do you find defensive backs that can come up and make a solo tackle. He hangs on right there, tackling the running back. I like what I've seen so far. You have got to love this young man. He just plays hard.
All right, we'll keep our eye on Mr. Banks throughout the night. 3rd down now, and like I said, about 2. Going to be a handoff up the middle. This is going to come back anyway, though. It's a false start against West Florida. The flag's back at about the 50-yard line, so would have been a loss. It may be declined, but definitely had someone move there.
Well, Jamal Sweet's not going to like that. Number 8 right there, making a great tackle.
So here's the call.
Illegal motion on the offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
All right, there you go. So 4th down now and 5, and we'll see what Coach Summerford from West Florida wants to do here. Right at the 45-yard line, so.
And he's talking to his quarterback, and he's going to send the offense out. So
big moment here early in the game, 6:18 to go, quarter number 1. And West Florida going to go for it now on 4th and 5. And they don't convert, then Godby takes over with, again, pretty good field position. Looks like maybe have a timeout here on the field. So,
Now,
yes, indeed. West Florida wants to talk about it just a little bit more. Coach Summerford here again going for it on 4th and 5. Why don't we take a break? We'll come back and see what happens. An exciting moment of the game early on, 0-0.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Welcome back, everybody. A change of heart for Coach Rhett Summerford. They were going to go for it on 4th and 5. They decided not to do that. They're going to punt instead. And so Godby is going to take over. An angling punt, nowhere near the return man. Gets a great bounce, though. They're going to go out at about the 22-yard line, so that's where Godby's going to take over. Kenneth Kelly was back and ready to receive, but did not get the opportunity. So the Godby offense will come back out. That's Christian Sims, of course, the quarterback. Chase Gillespie playing big for him. He's had his hand on the ball a few times already. Jonathan Texter Scott, Hankerson, Banks, and Singleton. All some players I think we'll be watching tonight. Band sounding good for West Florida?
everything, I mean, hey, you got to like what you see so far. And we got a good crowd out here tonight.
For West Florida, not so much for Godby.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to see if Godby on offense. I mean, they ran the football. I mean, when you look at 3 and out like that, they got to open it up a little bit. Maybe they were trying to feel that defense out, but let's see if they can give Christian Sims some time to throw the football.
Ooh, huge defensive play there. Once again, Chase Gillespie gets his hands on the ball, but hit immediately and going nowhere. They have a flag on the play?
Looks like we do.
Yeah, we have a flag on the play, so let's see what happened there.
Face mask.
Yeah, so face mask against West Florida.
Oh, boy, here we go.
That's a big moment because they had a big stop. There was a loss of about 2, but instead, it's going to be a first down and then some.
personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
There you go. So instead of a loss of 2, it's a very big pickup there out to the 35-yard line.
He did.
Pulled him down, but grabbed his face. Not going to work.
Well, Coach Brandon McCray, well, he didn't like it, and then he liked it. So, again, they ran the football. Let's see if they I'm interested to see what they're going to try to do in the pass game. Again, you look at West Florida. Look at that defense. I mean, they have 10 in the box.
Yeah,
I mean, they're just stacking the box right now.
Flag here. Nothing doing. Let's see what the penalty is this time around.
Uh-oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's my favorite call.
Going to be an encroachment situation here. I got something for you on encroachment, by the way.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
Can I tell you something? Last night on Jeopardy, the category was it was going to be answers were all about sports starting with E. And I thought, oh, this could be. And guess what? Sure enough, there was a clue when the answer was encroachment.
Nice.
I was like, are you kidding me? Jeff, they're doing encroachment on Jeopardy.
Oh, man.
It was a nod to you and Friday Night Rivals.
There we go.
They're big fans up there. I know Mayan Bialik loves us. First down here after the penalty.
Uh-oh.
Nice big hole there. And once again, that's Gillespie, who I think it's enough for the first down. It's going to be very close.
Well, I love the effort by Gillespie, but, young man, please don't extend that ball out like that.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, it's dangerous.
It's Chase Gillespie. As you can see, the senior running back, he's had his hands on the ball on almost every play.
But look at this. He just ran. It's not that the offensive line created a giant gap. It's that he literally split the defenders with that speed.
And can I tell you, until that replay from Peden, I actually did not realize the ball came out for a brief second, and then he made an incredible play to bring it back in. So,
Hey, family heating and air, they'll take it for that 1st and 10.
no doubt. Just gets enough. So now down to the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Let's see.
Sims does want to pass and has a nice one.
Oh.
There's going to be a flag on the play. A big gainer for Godby. That's Kenneth Kelly, but I have a feeling, Jeff, this is coming back. Did you see the penalty?
I did not.
No? All right, well, we'll see what the call is. It's a big gain for Godby, but the penalty was thrown in the backfield, so.
Fairly quick. Quan Banks, by the way, that was a great run, catch and run. It looks like it may be all for naught right here. Well, Kenneth Kelly, excuse me.
Yep. Sure enough, that is against Godby.
removal. Penalty is declined. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Well, that's not going to get it done for Godby right there. You get a little bit of momentum, and let's go ahead and back them up. So
yeah, worth noting though, it's our first look at Sims' arm. It's a good-looking play, and a nice big gain. Obviously, doesn't matter, but it is a big play, a huge loss because of the penalty now. So it's going to be first down and 25. It looks like with 4:43 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless so far. Remember that West Florida is 4-0. Godby is 0-6. So we've got an undefeated team against a defeated team.
That's a way of putting it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. As you said, could go the other way tonight. Godby's a good team.
Uh-oh.
Beautiful pass here. Oh, mercy.
My goodness.
That's dropped by Jamichael Holloway, the junior wide receiver. Man, that could have been a huge play on 1st and 25. I think he was going to get every bit of it back. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. And I tell you what, Jamichael Holloway, that's going to haunt him watching film on Monday. I tell you what, though, hats off to Christian Sims.
Yeah,
because, boy, he moved his feet, He's scanning, going through his progressions. And another shout-out to the big buffet busters in that offensive line, giving him all that time. Look at this. All day back there, just hanging out.
Man, well, okay, so I think we know why this freshman is starting.
Yes, absolutely.
He can clearly play the position here.
There's a screen.
Play. And a nice big gain here with a lot of room, but there's another flag down, and sure enough, Godby gets more than enough. That will be a first down. However, we're going to see what the penalty is. The catch and reception there was from Chase Gillespie, and there you see the flag on the ground. Jeff, a lot of that so far tonight.
Boy, oh boy.
If it goes against West Florida, obviously. Oh, then it looks like they're going to pick it up. Yeah, they're going to pick up the flag. So
that's huge for Godby.
Yes, it is. Sure enough, that's going to be a 1st and 10 from Family Heating and Air after a huge play. They were facing a 1st and 25, and frankly, Jeff, they had a chance to get it all back on one play, and then they get it on the very next. So the Godby offense is moving. Here's the replay.
Simple screenplay. Watch the offensive line get out front, get some key blocks, and Mr. Gillespie does the rest with that speed.
Yeah, big time. All right, so they cross midfield now down to the 45-yard line on the West Florida Tech side of the ball. 4:12 to go here, quarter number 1. It's Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us. Makes me sad, though. This is our 6th game of 11. It's like, how is this going so fast? Keep it himself. Sims wants to keep it. Gets in some trouble, loses about 2.
That's another thing right there. Great job by the West Florida defense, by the way. And Christian Sims, we know he's an athlete. We know he can throw the ball a country mile. But I feel like Godby has got to roll him out of the pocket. He looks pretty darn comfortable when he's rolling outside the pocket, slinging that rock a little bit. And I think it just adds an extra element to this Godby offense that they're going to have tonight.
Okay. 2nd down and 12. After the loss. Swing it out to the wide man here. A little high. They played it as though it was a fumble. It's an incomplete pass. And so now it will be 3rd and 12. And Godby looking to make sure they don't lose all of the momentum they had gained, but they're facing 3rd and long here.
Interesting play call right here. You're just on the other side of the 50. What do you got to do?
We know that West Florida can throw it downfield, you know what I mean? And they're going to have a chance right here to do it. The few times they've done it, their receivers have been wide open, which is interesting because we know that West Florida has an outstanding D. Let's see what happens here. 3rd down and 12, big moment. Sims is going to throw. Rolling out. And
wow.
got his man beautifully played. It's going to be a 1st down and then some. Another huge gain.
Oh, my goodness.
That, again, Kajan Banks, who gets them in a 1st and goal situation. We move into the Synovus red zone on 3rd and long. Christian Sims buys himself some time. What a play.
I mean, that's just fantastic from the freshman quarterback. Again, I don't care if you're a freshman or a senior. This is how it is. Look, watch him. Okay, pocket collapses. That clock goes off in your head. I got to get outside the pocket. He doesn't try to run. Some quarterbacks just take off and run. He keeps his eyes downfield. That is so hard to teach, especially at that level.
Big time. And once he started moving, the defenders kind of crashed in on him, and just like that, had a man wide open. 1st and goal. This time it's a direct snap to Gillespie, who gets it down to the goal line. I don't think he crossed into the end zone, but it will be 1st and goal from the 1, and Godby is looking very good.
Yes, they are. Look, every facet of their game right now on the offensive side of the ball is looking very, very well. I think you got to just get behind those big buffet busters up front and let's roll into the end zone.
This time it's another direct snap to Gillespie, but he's hitting the backfield. Doesn't matter. He does get into the end zone. Touchdown Godby, and they take the lead 6-0 with 2:49 to go here in quarter number 1. A very impressive drive, including a conversion of a 1st and 25 and a 3rd and 12, Jeff.
Wow. This is what we talked about. This Godby team is battle-tested. You look at the record. Don't let the record fool you. These young men can play some football, and West Florida Tech right now is in for an absolute battle, but great start for Godby.
That's a 78-yard drive, capped off by the touchdown there from Gillespie. And look at this.
Little swinging gate action.
Yeah, sure enough, they're going to throw it up high.
Oh,
and it's caught.
my goodness.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you had a name for it because I didn't know what I was looking at other than this looks really cool. It's a 2-point conversion, 8-0. Tell me what happened.
Kenneth Kelly right here. Okay, so swinging gate, what you do is you've got the young men lined up. You got pretty much everybody that blocks lined up on the far side. And guess what? The young man, number 13 right here, Michael Francis, he's counting. Well, if you got plus numbers or even numbers, you're going to go ahead and go to the one-on-one on the outside. So there you go.
Well, wasn't that exciting with 2:49 to go? Godby now leads 8-0. Incredible. Wow. Very impressive. Here we go. Want to tell you about the action tomorrow. I know you're college football fans. There's some games on TV, but there's also a lot of great action happening in Pensacola. It's the 29th annual Soul Bowl. This is happening tomorrow at Wahoo Stadium, and it's going to be great here because what's happening is this is a full-day youth football festival. It's pitting the crosstown rivals, the Southern Youth Sports Association Tigers, playing the East Pensacola McGee Field Rattlers in 5 different age divisions. So it's the same game 5 different times, and they're going to have 6 under, 8 under, 10 under, 12 under, and 14 and under will cap things off. You can get tickets online for $8, so I would recommend you do that because if you get them at the gate, it's going to cost you $10, and you can get those at bluewahoos.com. So tomorrow, the Soul Bowl gates open at 8, kickoff at the first game at 9. And West Florida Tech now with a chance to answer. Gets out wide here. Nice return out to the 32-yard line, and that's number 5, Andre Coleman.
I believe we have a
flag. Into the sidelines. It's maybe for a late hit. We'll see. I was about to say I don't want to guess, but I absolutely guessed. So why would I say that? Oh, listen to that. You hear that?
There we go.
Playing the Fox NFL music. I love it. I can see that robot thing right now. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's great.
Now I'm picturing the robot. There we go.
Personal foul against the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
All right, so Godby does get hit hard there, so it was a great return, and then 15 more yards, and that means West Florida Tech will start this possession on the Godby side down to the 48-yard line. Second time in a row, Jeff, that West Florida starting at midfield, so another great opportunity.
Let's see if Coach Summerford's squad is a little ticked off after Godby rolling down there and going for 2 and getting it.
Yeah, 78-yard drive, then they go for 2, they convert. Big hole, and there you go. Woo! 1st and 10. No surprise there. Once again, that's the man we've seen all night, Marquez Jones, with a big carry and a 1st and 10 from Family Heating and Air.
We got a pile of young men down there. Everybody's putting their hands up like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Trust me, what happens in the pile stays in the pile.
Jeff, big hole here.
Yeah, great job, and even better, look, running the football right there. We've seen the young man, the great sophomore Marquez Jones, 7 touchdowns again. He's just shifty, but I tell you what, the offensive line, firing off the ball, that's the key here. Can they wear this front of Godby down?
Well, Jones picks up 16 there, and as you said, 7 touchdowns already through 4 games. 1st and 10. Ooh, loses the snap, and it's still loose. Woo! West Florida able to get back on it. That was number 10, Brock Zarek, who makes the recovery. It was a wild snap.
Oh, my goodness.
Redding just not able to bring it in. Wow. So it's
Brock's
a big loss there.
Brock is Johnny on the spot right here. Watch this. Off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't as wild a snap as I thought. Woo. Zarek, though, able to be the hero for the moment. 2nd down now and 15 after the big loss. Redding going deep. Got a man wide open, but overthrows him by about a yard. Woo! That's J.T. Winton, who's a big striker for West Florida, and he had his man beat, Jeff.
Look,
What is
young
it?
young man is a
Jeff.
fantastic player. I want nothing against him, but I really thought maybe he should have laid out a little bit. Like, I feel like it was closer than maybe he thought.
Got it.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not.
Well,
I
I hear what you're saying, because actually when Redding let the ball go, I thought this is way too much. And then Winton just kept running, kept running. It's
Winton's
like,
quick
ooh,
now.
this is going to be quicker than closer than I thought. 3rd and long, though, after the long incompletion. 3rd and 15.
You got press coverage down here at the bottom of your screen.
Redding going to roll out here, looking to direct a little traffic, and he's going to throw it way over the head of the intended receiver, who is number 3, Colin Betties, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. And I got to think, Jeff, the punting unit.
Absolutely. Great job, by the way. And I tell you what, for Godby, the defense right there. Oh, my goodness. This is, boy, you couldn't have hoped for a better start. And,
Yeah.
hey, by the way, great job of Markel Redding not forcing the issue. Just taking care of the football. That's what he's good at.
No doubt about that. So it is 4th and long, and as we suspected, West Florida will be punting. John Banks is going to be back to return here about the 10-yard line. Good-looking punt.
Absolutely. Oh, you got to feel
And a
that,
great
young
bounce,
man.
too. Look at this. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Yeah, Banks probably should have caught it. Might have saved him 5 or 6 yards, but worked out real well for West Florida, as now Godby pinned deep in their own territory back to the 5 with 1:26 here in quarter number 1, and it's 8-0 in favor of Godby. I say that surprised only because, remember, Godby has yet to win this year, but they played some very good competition. Jeff, what else is happening?
Well, at our Northwest Florida State College sports desk up here, Niceville is now on top of Crestview at home, 14-7. Baker, how about this? They got a safety. They're up on top of Lighthouse right now, 2-0.
Ooh, 2-0. You never hear that.
No. Mosley over Choctaw, 14-0 right now in the second quarter. Northview all over Jay, 33-0. Goodness.
Sports
Easy.
Booth brought to you by Northwest Florida State College, of course. So 1st and 10 now for Godby, deep in their own territory, back at the 5-yard line. 78-yard drive last time they had the ball. Get the ball back to Gillespie, who tries to get out wide, not able to do it, maybe lost a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Great job by the defensive line for West Florida Tech right there, holding up their blocks and going with the motion. They see with the offensive linemen are trying to push them. They just hold them, read and react, and make the tackle.
So it was a loss of about a yard. 2nd down and 11 now. Down to a minute to go here in quarter number 1. The West Florida Tech band is sounding great. It's a very nice night. A little humid. Last Friday night, I wasn't able to be here. Incredible weather for that game. Jeff, I know you were digging that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. 2nd down and long now. Sims under some pressure. He's going to get nailed for the safety. A huge play, sure enough. Yes, indeed. There is a safety called. Sims gets himself in some trouble, and just like that, Jeff, it's 8-2. Kind of a bizarre sounding score.
Yep. Oh, here you go. Watch this. The pocket just collapses. Nowhere for him to go as he hesitates. The young man breaks the block right there, and I believe that is number 6, which is Aubrey Caldwell for West Florida Tech. Great job, young man, getting the safety.
Sure enough. So that is how West Florida gets their first points. It is now 8-2, and of course, in a safety, West Florida not only gets the points, they're going to receive a punt, not a kickoff. They're going to receive a punt here. Usually get pretty good field position because of that disadvantage of kicking straight off the snap versus off the pin.
A couple more scores real quick for you from the Northwest Florida State College sports desk. Milton over Booker T. Washington right now, 9-7. Flomaton over Bayside, 14-0. And again, I will say this, what a great game if you missed it last night. Pine Forest over Escambia, 22-20.
So, Jeff, moments ago when we saw Sims just get himself in some trouble, like you said, pocket collapses, he got hit from behind. I mean, is that one of those things where you think, yeah, well, that's being a freshman, or that could have happened to anybody? That really had nothing to do with it.
I think it could have happened to anybody because he was trying to go forward. He wasn't dancing around. He was trying to move like he had been all game, and the young man just beat his block, and, hey.
Made a great play.
Absolutely, a hustle play.
So, I guess, so sorry, I was wrong. You do get to use the holder there. I didn't think that normally in a safety.
Ooh.
Yeah, fields it around the sidelines there. And nice little return after the 50-yard line.
There it is.
Another late hit. Wow. So Godby gets himself in trouble. 2nd straight kickoff that Godby is going to get flagged for an extra, I think, 15 yards because of the late hit.
Yeah, that's it's tough because the young man's running, he's tight roping down the sidelines, and you don't know if he's going to step out. You've got your full momentum, you know,
Right.
but at the same time, I think when you do that, you've just got to throw your hands up. If you bump him, it is what it is.
So his mic obviously isn't working there. It's a personal foul. It's a 15-yard
First down.
penalty. So West Florida's going to get this thing down all the way at the 32-yard line. By the way, just to close the loop on what I was talking about after the safety, and I thought that you would have to punt. Apparently, you get to choose. The team that got the safety can pick whether they want the kickoff to be coming off the foot or off the holder there. So that's what happened, which is cool. I didn't know that. 1st and 10.
I feel like less hang time on the kickoff.
Yeah. Nice big hole here. Big gainer there. And again, that's number 22. He's had the ball a few times.
Wyatt Casey. That's their backup running back right there. You'll see a lot of him and Marquez Jones.
Yeah, Casey's has hands on the ball 3 or 4 times, and obviously Marquez Jones has been the man of the hour. It's a pickup of 8 there for Casey, so 2nd down and 2 now, down to the 30-yard line. 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Looks like we may get one more playoff.
Redding's already thrown an interception this quarter.
And there's Casey again,
Oh, boy.
looking to follow his blocker, and he's still on his feet and gets out wide, folks. Incredible effort. Does he get in on the last play of the quarter? No, they're going to call him down at the 2-yard line, and that is how the quarter ends. Incredible effort there. Really impressive stuff. Wow, what a run that was for Wyatt Casey. That's how the first quarter comes to an end. So just like that, West Florida knocking on the door. We'll be right back. Start of the second quarter.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Airport Dental with the Smile Cam. October, of course, the month we all remind me, be aware of breast cancer. And you can see a little bit of a pink out there from the student body here at West Florida Tech. Let's get back to the action now. 1st and goal from about the 2, a high snap. And look at that. That's going to be a touchdown West Florida as Redding keeps it himself, and that didn't take long. 6 seconds in. Coming off the safety, West Florida able to score a touchdown. Now tied at 8, but West Florida will kick the extra point here, at least make the effort to move up 9-8. Another look at the replay.
Great job, just a quarterback off tackle run right there, blocking all around great, and Mr. Redding finishes it off.
Yeah, basically untouched. Extra point is up and good, no doubt about that. Well done. So West Florida takes the lead 9-8. And there you can see number 37 for West Florida. That's Jackson Clark, able to get the extra point there. So
who doesn't love a 9-8 football game?
that's what
right?
I'm saying. It sounds like a baseball game. October playoff action. 9-8. Love it. So Godby has looked good tonight. They put together a beautiful drive earlier in the game, went for 2, converted. That's how they ended up with 8. And then the ugly safety is where things turned on them. But they love to get rolling again here on a beautiful night here in Pensacola. Clear skies. Close game.
You wonder if the safety affects the young freshman, Christian Sims. Just if it's in his head, getting hit behind like that, sometimes you may be a little gun shy. I hope a young man comes out slinging the football.
You know, Jeff, on that note, what I was thinking about is, even though we've terrible kickoff here. Way, way, way short. Fielded at the 35-yard line. Great coverage from West Florida, though.
I tell you what, I think that's a pooch kick,
Yeah,
and they're trying to kick it
intentional.
high and see if they can get them to fumble it right there with all those young men running downhill at it.
Like, I agree it was a pooch kick. I think it was intentional. That's a pretty short pooch kick, but yes.
Well,
That was-
the point is that your men can
You
get
get
down
there
there in
quickly,
time,
yeah.
and the receiver knows it.
Yeah, it's like, here we go.
it's
No
it's pretty.
thanks.
It's like being on the hands team for onside kick when you know there's 4 guys fixing all their job is to literally run through you. Yeah, it's not
So
easy.
what I was going to say earlier is you were talking about maybe whether the safety might get into Sims' head. Something I'm curious about is we know Godby's good, but they are 0-6, and
Yep.
that starts to feel contagious too. You start thinking, geez, we just can't win. I don't care how good we are, we can't win.
Yep.
Do you think that seeps in at all?
The longer they hang in this game, I don't believe so. Now, if West Florida gets a touchdown or 2 up on them, that may be a different story.
Going to run it up the middle. That's Chase Gillespie. Picks up a couple. 2nd down and 7 or 8.
You see right there, number 27, Elijah Larkins, giving Mr. Gillespie the business a little bit after that tackle.
Nobody ever wants to get the business, do they?
Nobody wants to
get
the
business. No fun getting the business. Unless you're a small business owner.
There you go.
And then you'd love to get the business.
Want the business.
Yeah, no doubt. So I guess everything's relative. Do have a man down on the field.
It's number 58, I believe, and that's Aaron Brooks, junior offensive line. Hope he's all right.
He was pointing to his left leg there. So we're going to go ahead and take another break, come back, and hope he's okay and get things rolling again early on in the second quarter. We're live. It's Friday Night Rivals here, the first night of October. The score is 9-8, an odd football score, that's for sure, but that's how the facts go. The reason for that, we had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We also had a safety and then a touchdown with an extra point. That's how we landed at 9-8. Second and 8. Another big hole for Gillespie, who picks up about 3 more. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Jeff, he's the man for Godby.
And he is lightning quick. I tell you what, he is one that all he needs is to break 1 tackle, and he's gone to the house.
Well, they use him in a lot of ways, too. It's not just out of the backfield. They let him go deep earlier. He went wide open, went deep. Couldn't get him the ball, though.
Yeah, he's definitely the safety valve for Christian Sims in that backfield.
That's a good way to put it. 3rd down and 4 here at the 41-yard line. I'm sorry, 46. Check that, 46-yard line.
Watch the bottom of your screen right here. Number 11, Kwan Banks in the slot.
All right. Banks, terrific player as well. They're down.
Ooh.
Gillespie
Ooh.
not able to do anything there.
Ooh.
Terrific coverage from the West Florida defense, and now it's going to be 4th down and about 7 after the loss.
Yeah, Xavion, number 7, Xavion Avery flying in there, making the young man Gillespie juke, and then finishing him off is none other than Elijah Larkins again. Young man has been on every single play, it seems.
So with that, Godby now is going to punt, and West Florida here is going to get their hands back on the ball and should get some pretty good field position. In fact, standing back at the 35 to receive this punt. Ooh, nearly blocked.
Oh, it's a liner, too.
Fair catch is caught, and that's where that particular action will stop. That's Aubrey Caldwell. Check that. I thought that was a 6. It's a 5. It's Andre Coleman who pulled that in. So, yes, indeed, right there at the 36-yard line. Very good field position for West Florida with 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Of course, we've been talking a lot about the games up and down the coast. We will always remind you to watch Prep Football Final tonight at 11 o'clock on Channel 3 with Dan Shugart. And he'll have the action from all the games. So many people work hard to bring you that every week. And we've got games up and down the coast. It's Prep Football Final tonight at 11. Big hole up the middle here. Nice gain of 9. I don't think it's going to be a first down, but no surprise there. That's Marquez Jones who had a big hole.
Yeah, Marquez Jones, we saw a lot of him early on in the first quarter, and then obviously they've got some other guys they'll get in there and keep those legs fresh, but you just see the ability, the vision. It's so hard to teach vision to a young man, and this is a good-looking sophomore for him.
2nd down and about a yard.
Uh-oh.
Redding drops the snap, picks it up himself, and able to turn nothing into something. He actually converts the first down from Pensacola State College. A fine heads-up play there from Redding, who only got about 2 or 3, but only needed 1 for that conversion, Jeff.
That's how they drew it up, right?
Yeah.
The old let's just drop it and pick it back up and fool everybody.
Yeah, dropped it, picks it up, says, forget it, I'm doing this myself.
I really think that was going to be a handoff to Marquez Jones, the way that Jones kind of turned around and was like, uh-oh.
Jones said, I don't want anything to do with this. This has gone terribly bad. 1st and 10. Nice snap there, but fielded by Redding. And
great patience.
yes, indeed. Good call there, Jeff. Yeah. Jones kind of sat back and said, where's the hole? Where's the hole?
And that's what, when we talk about vision, being able to just be patient. Sometimes guys just want to run full speed, and they'll run into the back of their own guy. They won't follow their blockers, whatever it may be. This young man knows how the job needs to be done.
Picked up 7 there, so 2nd down and 3. Now to the 49-yard line. Check that again. I'm sorry, the 44-yard line. Ooh, man, another high snap. Redding going to keep it. Ooh, didn't quite get the first. Picked up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 1 or 2, I think. So a little play action there. Keeps it himself.
It's just another wrinkle to that offense. You've got to honor it. And the thing is what you got to be careful with, too, is Redding faking the gift of Jones, and
And
then
then
faking the
throw it over the
quarterback run,
top.
and then he's going to pop it over the middle.
Yeah. So it's 3rd down and about a foot. It's not a full yard.
Seeing if Coach Summerford and the offense want to change the play. It looks like they will. They'll go to the wristband.
3rd down and very, very short. And Markell wants to throw it. He's got a
There
man
it
too.
is.
Beautifully drawn up and a
Wow.
huge play here. Could be 6. Not quite. Down to the 2-yard line, entering the Synovus red zone. And yes, indeed, out of the backfield, there he is again, Jones.
Marquez Jones again. A beautiful
What a
touch
night
pass,
he's
by the
having.
way.
Yeah, it was funny. You're right. I mean, you could see it well before he caught it, how perfectly that was going to work. What a play.
And just watch this right here. You got the speed motion coming across that baits in the linebacker a little bit. The corner's got the one-on-one with the swing route, and he has no shot. And, boy, Mr. Jones almost got 8 touchdowns on the year. Almost.
That's a 41-yard gain. Redding going to keep it himself. Scored a touchdown a minute ago, and he
he's
may
in.
have got in. Yes, he did. Touchdown, West Florida. So after a bit of a slow start, trailing 8-0, now West Florida has come out here in the last couple of possessions and scored 2 touchdowns, and now up 15-8. There's Markell Redding, who has a couple of touchdowns on the night with 2 different keepers. That's a 6-play, 64-yard drive for West Florida.
Great job of blocking right there, and great job just powering it in. This is what makes this West Florida offense so tough. Where can they go? Well, they can do it all. They can run the football, throw the football. The quarterback can run. Well, they can do speed motion. They can do wide receiver screens, whatever. They can do it.
And that extra point is good. That's going to make it 16-8. So West Florida has doubled them up here. Friday Night Rivals, 7:28 to go. Why don't we take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see if Godby can answer.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, 7:28 to go here in the second quarter. And West Florida has just scored after a nice big drive of 68 yards, leading now 16-8 against Godby. West Florida is 4-0 and would love to move to 5-0 midway through the season and positioning themselves to do that, but obviously there's a long way to go, and Godby, despite their 0-6 record, is really good. And they're going to get a chance to prove it on offense here.
Oh,
and this is an
onside.
onside kick. It's caught by West Florida, but I don't think it traveled 10 yards. That's an interesting onside kick because it was sky high instead of hoping for a hop.
And it traveled 10 yards.
Did it?
Because they kicked it from the 40, and he caught it at the opposite 40, looked like 46-yard line.
Well, we'll see.
Interested.
I'm interested too.
I mean,
I think we're all a little interested. It looks like it's going to be a penalty against West Florida, right? I mean, there was the call.
that's a beautiful kick, by the way.
He didn't have his microphone on, so he didn't get to hear the call. Yeah, you're right. It went 10.
Unless somebody was offside.
Well,
I don't know.
It's a bummer. Yeah, didn't have his mic on, so I'm not sure what the call was.
Beautiful kick, though.
Yeah, worked. It was an interesting plan. Coach Summerford mixing things up. Either way, Godby will keep it at the 40-yard line, and because of the penalty, they start with outstanding field position now. Freshman quarterback Christian Sims.
Let the young man sling it.
He can throw it. He's looked real good the couple times he has. He's going to do it here. And he's going deep
Oh,
right
wide
now.
open.
And a man wide open.
Oh, my
Touchdown,
goodness.
just like that. That took no time. That's Kenneth Kelly who breaks it big, and Godby answers immediately. How about that, Jeff?
How anticlimactic is that?
Incredible. The onside kick doesn't work because of the penalty.
Wow.
You say, hey, let's let him throw, and sure enough, Sims said, I can't miss this guy. Kelly was wide open. Touchdown.
All I'm saying is running the football has worked a little bit, but West Florida's basically stifled them running lately. Ooh,
And let's note also, you said that the West Florida D is averaging giving up 7 points a game. Well, they've given up 14 as of this moment in time. So
Here's the swinging gate
Godby's-
again.
Yeah, a little swinging gate action. Saw this earlier. It worked out. Godby was able to convert the 2-point conversion.
They threw the one-on-one at the top of your screen, number 6, Kenneth Kelly. They may, no,
Time
they're going
not
to shut it
gonna
down
work
this
out.
time.
Yeah, West Florida's all over that one, and so the score will stay 16-14. Man, boy, exciting fireworks here. Got a lot to talk about. We're going to keep it here this time around, and let's remind you again tomorrow, the 29th annual Soul Bowl. This is happening at Blue Wahoo Stadium. The gates open at 8 o'clock in the morning. The action starts at 9, and let me tell you what, when I say the action, there are football games at 9, 10:30, noon, 2:30, and 4 o'clock. And what's really cool is the same two teams are matching up in each of those games. It's going to be the Southern Youth Sports Association against East Pensacola McGee, the Rattlers, going to take on the Tigers tomorrow in different age divisions. Tickets available right now at bluewahoos.com, and if you buy them now online, it's $8. If you buy them at the gate, it's $10. So save yourself $2 a ticket and go ahead and sign up for those. The Soul Bowl, the 29th annual. What a successful event. That is happening tomorrow, downtown Pensacola at Blue Wahoo Stadium. Should be fun.
Inside the stadium, outside the stadium, there'll be vendors, there'll be all kinds. It's just a giant party out there, and I guarantee you there'll be some people watching some other football games as well. So, you know, you probably got a chance not to miss that Bama game or whatever, you know, whatever maybe
we got
the Georgia-Arkansas game.
Alabama-Ole Miss tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's exciting.
Lane Saban battle.
Kiffin and Saban. That should be fun. This time around, West Florida does the pooch kick, fielded easily. I'm sorry, Godby does the pooch kick, fielded easily by West Florida. And so now they will start with great field position. Jeff, bizarre kicks all night.
Hey, they just don't want to kick it deep. They don't want to get it. That's respect to the return men right there. Both sides having fantastic return men. But I'll tell you what, got some more scores for you while we got a moment here from the Northwest Florida State College Sports Desk. Boy, Niceville all over Crestview, 28-7 right now in the first half. Pace over Tate, 16-0. Tate cannot figure it out offensively. Baker up 9-0 at half over Lighthouse. Let's see, we got Mosley over Choctaw, 21-0, and Northview over Jay, 47-7. By the way, Pensacola Catholic and Mobile Christian tied at 0. The Fighting Christian Garments.
I'm a proud Cat High grad. I hated not getting to do the game last week since it was Catholic. Here we go, some action.
Uh-oh.
And it's another big hole and a nice gain of about 8 yards. And once again, that's number 22, Wyatt Casey, who's had his hands on the ball several times tonight in some big plays. Nearly scored on a big play at the end of the first quarter.
Both teams got some good-looking backs. Wyatt Casey. We've obviously got
Gillespie,
Marquez Jones and Chase Gillespie for Godby. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of exciting plays, that's for sure. 2nd down and 1 after the big gainer there from Wyatt. He's going to get another chance, as you said, showing some patience, trying to follow his blocker. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from Pensacola State as West Florida crosses right over the 50-yard line, and they're going to start this drive. Or no, they're going to continue this drive, rather. Right at the 50.
Good tackle right there. Senior linebacker Reggie Smith, number 51.
So worth looking at the clock now with 6:35 to go. Since this game is so close, you have to start thinking about that a little bit in terms of possessions here to roll things out. West Florida would love to march on down and score.
Yeah, but again, here we talk about Godby being 0-6. The longer they hang around, the more confidence they build, especially with a young quarterback.
And remember, they have not been getting blown out. I mean, they've 4 of the 6 losses they have are by under a touchdown. So they know what it's like to be in a game. Big defensive play here from Godby. And it looks like Casey able to get there back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, again, battle-tested team. They played some of the best teams in the state. The 5th-ranked team in 3A, the 13th-ranked team in 6A, the 9th-ranked team in Georgia 4A, the 20th team in 5A, and the 4th-ranked team in 7A.
Incredible. I mean,
that's a tough schedule. I don't care who you are.
No, that's one of the toughest, if not the toughest in the state. Here comes Wyatt Casey, who this time picks up a couple, 3rd down and 8. Fine play there.
And Godby holding tough right here.
Devontae Blithers who makes the play. 3rd down, like I said, at 8 with 5.5 to go in the first half.
Seems to be an obvious passing down. So to see if they're going to keep Wyatt Casey in it, they will. I thought they may try to slip Marquez Jones.
Wyatt Casey's has hands on the ball a lot, as has Marquez Jones. And then, of course, we know Redding can keep it and throw it. All kinds of weapons here for West Florida Tech. They're going to give it to Casey. Gets out wide and has a big hole, and folks, he does it. I think he converts.
Wow.
Incredible effort there from Wyatt Casey, who, yes, indeed, that's going to be a 1st and 10 for Pensacola State College. And looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. I think this is going to be a water break, so it's a big moment there for West Florida Tech, and we're going to keep things right here while they get a chance to take a breather. And Jeff, you were going over some of the scores just a moment ago. We should also mention, love to tell you about all the different things happening. You have a chance to be the Wendy's Giant of the Week. If you're a junior or a senior who plays on a football team from Escambia, Okaloosa, Santa Rosa High School. So if you're on a football team in any of those counties and you're a junior or a senior, you can win. All you gotta do is go to WFGXTV.com. Of course, that's the station we're on right now. Click on the contest tab to enter for a Wendy's Giant of the Week prize. Look for the contest link there again at WFGX TV. And that Giant of the Week, we announce it every week, and they get all kinds of swag worth over $100, including food from Wendy's. So it's pretty easy. Do yourself a favor and stop by WFGXTV.com, click on the contest tab, enter to become the Wendy's Giant of the Week.
Absolutely. That's a pretty cool little prize pack.
Yeah.
Appreciate Wendy's for doing that.
Heck yeah.
Couple scores for you. Arnold, Panama City Arnold over the Pensacola High School Tigers right there, 8-7 right now. Flomaton over Bayside, 14-7 at half. Milton and Booker T. Washington, boy, that's a barn burner right there, 15-10. Milton Panthers on the road.
It's another odd score.
Absolutely. It's a night of odd scores.
Yeah, for real. 1st and 10 here is West Florida moving down the field. They have scored on their last 2 possessions. Redding going to throw over the top. Has to get rid of it quickly, and really did, Jeff. That was a quick release and a good-looking pass, just a little over the head of his man. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he had to let it go a little, just a hair too soon, thanks to number 8, Jamal Sweet. Boy, Jamal Sweet was bearing down on him, and well, he laid the lumber to him right there. Great job, because otherwise that could have been an easy 6 points.
No doubt. So 2nd down and 10.
There he is right there. Sweet.
Jamal Sweet.
There we go.
2nd and 10, right at the 40-yard line. There's Jones who will get it. He's got another big hole. There's a flag on the play, though. A huge gain all the way down to the Synovus red zone. But, Jeff, this one may be coming back.
Yeah, it looks that way. That is an area holding, and that's what we got.
Yep.
Holding on the offense.
Sure enough. It's a huge run there, but all for naught. Here we go. Sorry about that. As you can see, the microphone from the ref is not working, but that's okay. We know what that call was. It was a hold, and it's a big loss instead of a big gain.
It looks like right there, number 47, you see he's getting held right around the corner. Yeah, you can't grip inside, young man.
Yep.
Can't turn him. Got to let him go. Just a hair sooner.
So it's going to be 2nd down and long. 23, it looks like. That's long.
So you're saying there's no chance.
Kind of. No, I'm not saying that. West Florida's been moving it. But they got their work cut out here. Got to get down to the 30-yard line. That would be the 1st down marker with 4:15 to go here in the 1st half. Another flag.
Is that a delay of game?
Dead ball, delay game against the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
So 2nd and 28. And I think the best news there, the microphone was working.
Yes, it was.
That was nice.
The microphone is on point for us.
Crystal clear here from the ref there. So, yep, now it's nearly 2nd and 30. Not quite, but almost. 2nd and 27.
So maybe we'll get to see Mr. Redding throw the football.
He can do it. He can
He
definitely
is
do it.
fun to watch.
Yeah. He does. Marquez Jones may be the man he looks for. We've seen him throw to him a couple times. Big plays, too. Throw it out wide. It's going to be complete.
It's Colin Betty's.
That is going to down it right at the 49-yard line. So they get some of it back. Still a long way to go. But that's a nice start. It's going to be 3rd down now. And I don't want to say till I get a good feel. Yeah, 3rd down and about 17. So still a long way to go with 3:45 to go.
Well, watch the screen play right here. Typically in long yardage situations, I will tell you this right now. They got the man Ford and Marquez Jones in there. Boy, give him the football and let the offensive line run downfield and block for him, and it could be 6.
A lot of weapons for West Florida, that's for sure. Several places to go, but Jones has been a big target tonight. 3rd down, 17. Redding's got a lot of time directing traffic. He gets in some real trouble, and even in the grip there of the defender, able to get rid of it. Godby thinking it should have been some kind of a grounding situation, but that's not going to be a call, but it will be 4th and long.
I mean, I love Markel Redding, but I tell you what, the young man's got to throw the football away before that, because once this young man on defense for Godby gets his paw on you, anything can happen, especially when you're holding the ball one-handed.
Right. Kajan Banks will be back for Godby here, and with 3:13 to go, a 16-14 game. Now Godby's going to get a chance to do something just before the half. Punt is away, definitely a nice one. Fair catch there caught by Banks. If he doesn't get his hands on it, it's going to be down right at the 20-yard line. So Godby's going to be 80 yards away from the end zone with 3:03 to go here in the first half. And Jeff, what has been a fun game, we've seen a lot of big plays, and just also so interesting, it's been a really good game, which you thought it would be despite the records of these two teams.
Yeah, again, I mean, sometimes records can be deceiving. Now, again, you tell Godby that, and they're going to go, yeah, we're still 0-6.
Right, of course.
But on the outside looking in, you've got to do your homework. And when you look at these two teams, I mean, we know West Florida's good. This may be a year for them that they can make a deep playoff run. But for Godby, when you play a tough schedule like that, you've got a young quarterback and a couple of young guys out there. Boy, it's just tough to go out and win some football games.
Terrific defensive play as Gillespie gets hit hard very quickly. Let's see who that was. You got a number for me, Jeff, by any chance? I
believe it was a mixture of number 7, again, Xavion Avery, and number 27, Elijah Larkins.
Good job, thank you. Got to get the names on a big play like that.
Those two are a dynamic duo at the linebacking core.
Well, somehow Gillespie does a great job of not losing anything other than maybe a foot.
Yes.
It could have gone worse than it did, so it's really still 2nd and 10.
When you look at Avery right there, he got his hand down.
May have some movement here just as the snap went off. The whistle started coming out.
Let's see what we got here.
It's going to go against Godby. Yep. So instead of only losing a foot on the play, they're going to lose 5 more yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 15.
So talking about number 7, Avery right there, this young man, you see him, and look, he's a pretty skinny guy, lean, 6'3". But you know what? He puts his hand in the dirt. He can speed rush off the edge. He can drop back and play linebacker if he needs to. Boy, what a weapon to have on defense right there. Good-looking young man.
2nd down and 15.
And that was going nowhere from the start.
No, it wasn't.
It was an attempted screen pass, but I tell you what, great job by West Florida Tech on defense, reading it from the start, and the best thing that could happen was that ball falls to the turf.
So it's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 15, and with 2:05 to go, West Florida Tech, if they're able to get the stop here, they're going to get the ball back with a couple of timeouts and some pretty good time on the clock. So this is a big play here for both sides.
Yeah, I think for Godby, you've got to run the football and at least make them burn a timeout. If not, just let the clock run down.
4 wideouts.
Oh, they're going to pass? Okay, let's do this thing.
Sims is going to go long, and he's got a man, too, but he overthrows him. Wow. That was number 6, Kenneth Kelly, who was open. Jeff, he had his man beat. The pass just a little bit much.
Well, he threw it a little bit outside the hash marks. You got to throw that one over the middle of the field where your guy is running his route to. Just a little mistake right there. They'll clean it up at halftime, I'm sure. But the worst case right there is now the clock is stopped, and the West Florida Tech's going to get really good field position with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, you made a great point when you said they should run. They passed. That stops the clock because of the incompletion. West Florida's able to hold on to those 2 timeouts with almost exactly 2 minutes to go. And, yeah, they're going to get, looks like, pretty good field position, maybe on the Godby side of the ball. Oh, and that may have been partially blocked. Not sure. Either way, it's a low punt. Andre Coleman gets his hands on it. Not sure if it was blocked or not, but now another late flag once again, this is the third special teams play we've seen where a flag comes in well after the action. And if this is another personal foul, no, okay, so this is going against.
Block in the back.
Yeah, that's going against West Florida. I was going to say, if this goes against Godby,
Oh,
they're
man.
going to be down to the 20.
They're not going to need those 2 timeouts.
Right, yeah, but that's not what happened.
Let's check it out.
See if he got. No, I guess he didn't. Didn't look like he was blocked. Just a low, bizarre-looking punt.
Let's see if we can see the illegal block.
Maybe on the cross side of the field there. I think it happened at the top
Yeah,
left
I
of the
believe
screen.
so
That's where
as
the
well.
flag was. So sure enough, this is about the 7th drive tonight that starts on the 50. It's odd. We've seen that all night. And so West Florida will have half the field to cut if they want to score before the gun. Minute 47 to go. Very good game. Not sure about the West Florida kicking team in terms of what kind of distance to kick a field goal. We'll see if that comes into play. Hand off up the middle and a very
There's
big
nobody
hole.
out there.
No, that's a big hole, and sure enough, that's Jones once again, who's had nothing but big plays all night. Another one here, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 from Pensacola State College as Marquez Jones continues to put on a show. Terrific back.
Ooh, that was scary because there was not a Godby defender within 15 yards of him.
They're going to give him the ball again, coming out the other way, and it's another huge play. He's tough to bring down.
He is so shifty.
That's another 1st and 10 from Pensacola State College, getting what they paid for tonight, thanks to Mr. Jones. As the ball just keeps on moving.
This young man literally is running, and one of his blockers steps back and lets his man go, and he slides between his man and the blocker and continues running. That's how shifty this young man is.
Terrific. As West Florida moving down quickly.
Oh,
Here he
boy.
comes again, and he's just taking his time, but we got a flag in the backfield, or at least from the back referee. So
Boy, Coach Summerford is hot right now at his receiver, which I believe got the hold.
Yeah.
Yep.
So West Florida,
Uh-oh.
very impressively moving down the field, but
Another
penalty
flag on
there.
the other side of the field as
Yeah,
well.
Yep.
I believe that may be too many men on the field.
These gentlemen will sort things out. Coach Summerford. So there's the hold against West Florida.
Sideline warning for Godby.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Let me buy you a dinner for knowing, because I'm just thinking, I'm not even going to guess. I don't know what he's saying.
You're welcome.
Like
Had a
Jeffrey.
few sideline warnings in my
So
day.
you know that one.
You get too jazzed up or you forget
Yeah.
where you're standing. And by the way, if a ref is running down the field and he runs into you, you can go ahead and expect that. It's coming.
All right, so instead of that huge gain, it's the penalty makes it 1st and 15 back at the 30-yard line. Just keep giving it to Jones,
There
who
you
just
go.
keeps putting on a show.
Ooh, great job right there. Number 2, Bryce Cowan.
Cowan makes the play, and it looks like Jones may have picked up a couple, but remember, it was 1st and 15, so picking up a couple doesn't do much as we're now just under a minute to go. And here's another flag and an injured player on the field for Godby.
That's number 16, Malachi Owens.
Owens
Hope
is
he's
the
all right.
sophomore.
He
I'm
is
sorry,
writhing in pain right now.
yeah. But there's also a flag on the field, so we'll have to see what that is, too.
Interested to see if that young man being down right now is a part of that flag.
Boy, we've had a lot of flags in this game.
We have.
The most of any game so far this season, I believe.
Well, we got a moment. Niceville over Crestview, 42-7. Got Mosley again. They still have not come out after half. They're up 21-0 on Choctaw. Mariana over South Walton at half, 14-7. Northview 54, J7. Yowza.
Jay's the second half team, though.
They better be. Booker T. Well, they get a
hang
late
on.
touchdown,
There's the-
17-15.
All right, so, again, there was the...
And Panama City Arnold, 15. PHS, 14 halftime.
This player from Godby is still down. It's number 16, as you said, Malachi Owens, junior defensive lineman. Athletic trainer out there helping him out. Let's hope he's okay.
Also, while we have a moment, talk about our Argos.
Yeah.
Coach Shinnick, they got it rolling again this year. They got Delta State tomorrow.
Delta State, UWF has not lost this season. Had their first home game, and when I say that, I'm talking about on campus earlier this season. That was
Pretty
exciting.
cool.
Got the win. Sure was very cool.
They go and they beat an FCS Division I team in McNeese State.
Who, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I think McNeese State the next week lost to LSU, but by far fewer points than UWF beat them.
Fun fact of McNeese State, you know who their quarterback is?
Who?
Coach Ed Orgeron, the coach at LSU. It's his son.
Oh.
So after they lost to UWF, they had to turn around, and it was the father-son battle.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Wouldn't that be something
yeah.
if son would have beat father?
Yeah.
Father may have got fired the next day.
That would not be an ideal loss for the Tigers.
Be an interesting Thanksgiving dinner.
Burrow, the Bengals quarterback, we were like, what's going on, fellas?
Yeah, what's happening,
Come on,
fellas?
guys.
By the way, that was a great game last night as well. Jacksonville and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is
future of the NFL there with Burrow and Lawrence, two of the youngest quarterbacks in the NFL. Burrow's looking good.
He is.
Yeah.
Glad to see him back after the injury last year.
No doubt. Speaking of back, how about Dak Prescott? God,
My goodness.
looks
As long as he can stay healthy.
There we go. We're ready for the action again.
Uh-oh.
Going to be a wide open man, catches it down at the 5. And you guessed it, there's another flag on the field.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, this has been the sloppiest first half we've seen from that point of view. Seems like every other play.
This is like Sunday. Is everybody's laundry day Sunday?
Exactly.
It's like Sunday in the Garmin household, laundry everywhere.
It's a lot more than once a week, I can assure you.
So we've taken the last minute 20 seconds and turned it into 15, 20 minutes.
All right, so.
I believe that's an eligible man downfield.
Yeah, I think that's what the call was. First down and 15 as we just keep going back and forth based on penalties. Excuse me. 54 seconds to go here.
Something's got to give.
Now this time at the 19-yard line, they're going to give it back to Jones, who has another big hole. He gets hit hard, but does get it down to the 10. So that was first and 15. He picks up 6 or so. Second down and 9. And the clock will keep rolling,
And
Jeff.
Coach Summerford's telling his guys to spike the football. Let's see what they do here.
Remember, it's second down now, so they spike it. Now they're
Nope,
going to run it.
they're gonna
There's
run it.
Jones. He's going to get out wide, and he may get in.
He is
Yes,
in.
he will. West Florida Tech able to score just before the half. There he is, Marquez Jones, who pretty much got the ball on every play of that drive and able to convert with the touchdown here. Wow.
I believe that is his 8th touchdown of the year. So young man's been running the rock pretty well so far. And here we are in game number 5 for him. Just a great job running outside.
And note about Marquez Jones, as good as he is, he's also a sophomore.
Yes.
That's real good news for Coach Summerford and all of the West Florida fans.
Look, great job again. We talk about patience and vision. No need to just cut it up. He just waits for his blockers. And, well, you know what? They finished it off.
Extra point up and good. And it is now 23-14 as West Florida has taken a 9-point lead. And with 27 seconds to go, not sure Godby's going to be able to do much with it unless they were able to manage to get a really nice return and give themselves some field position. Later, of course, we'll have our player of the game. We'll have our play of the game. Jeff, we've had several big plays in this first half, and so quite a few contenders at this point.
Yeah, who in the world knows who the Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player is going to be, or the Closets by Design play of the game? Like you said, we've got plenty of them, and boy, I really think this second half is going to be great because remember, Godby deferred, so they will receive the ball to start off. So hey, no love lost here. We'll be all right.
I've got a good thought on who I think is the player of the game. I won't say any more, but I'll just say if things were to end right now, I know who I think.
I think I may be reading your mind.
You don't know. Don't act like you know.
Must be the kicker then.
You don't know.
You got to think for those kickers. The kickers need respect.
You want me to blow your mind, Jeff?
Absolutely.
Got a flag on the play.
Oh my goodness, what in the world?
Yeah, isn't that shocking?
Guys, can we just clean it up?
Seriously. It's the kickoff, fellas.
We went over this. You wait until he kicks it, and then you go. Boy, Coach Summerford, you talk about he is very passionate. Look at there's some of his coaching staff right there. Coach getting into him. He's saying the same thing. Guys, kick, then go. Simple as that. What are we doing?
All right, so, excuse me. We'll do that again from the 35-yard line with just under 28 seconds to go.
booting it deep.
Yeah.
Catching him off guard.
Big kick.
Uh-oh.
It's off the fingers there of Xavier Singleton, who decides to run it out.
Yep,
And
that's not going to
stuck
work.
at the 10. That couldn't have gone much worse. So you're right when you say mixing it up. We have seen a very interesting kicking strategy from Coach Summerford, from the pooch to kicks down midway. That time they just kick it all the way to the end zone. Really makes it's like a change-up.
What's crazy is the fact that, you know what, they've moved further back. So typically, if
Right.
you move forward, you just kick it through the end zone.
Right.
But they caught him off guard, and it works out pretty well.
Sure did. So with 22 seconds to go, here we go, another
Check
look.
this out. Ooh,
Off his
touches the
fingertips there.
fingertips.
Singleton says, I'm going to go for this.
You know what? I got this, Coach.
Feel good
I got
about it?
this. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't got this no more.
No, it's not ideal. That doesn't look like it's any fun.
No, it does not. Is it halftime yet? That's what he's saying.
All right. So do you think they're going to just down it here or try and do something with 22 seconds to go?
They may run the football, but they are not going to do anything tricky here.
Christian Sims.
Oh, wow.
Sims says, we're going.
Hey, I am down with this. Let's move it around. There
Yeah.
we go. Good idea, young man.
Sims decides to keep it, which is impressive. Remember, he is a freshman, so wouldn't be shocked to see him do something that maybe he shouldn't, but he's wise there, keeps his hands on the ball. And with 14 seconds to go, it'll be second down. So that is interesting. They were going to try and do something.
Maybe if your hope is a corner falls down and
Right,
your receiver's
just-
wide, why not, I guess?
Right. Maybe, you know, again, I simply don't know. Maybe their kicker can just boot him from 65.
Well, I was watching him warm up, and
No.
and I'll look, good-looking young man, but I don't think he's got that leg yet.
Okay.
That's a Graham Gano leg.
Graham. I was going to say Justin, is it Fields? Who was the guy?
Justin Tucker?
Tucker.
Yeah. He can kick it from 100 yards, I feel like.
Yeah, well, 66 we know for sure.
Look at this.
That could have gotten pick six. Mercy me. Man, oh man. Coach Brandon McCray for Godby is going for it, and he nearly paid dearly there.
I mean, look, I guess the thought process is you're 0-6. Why
Yeah,
not go for it? Hey, let's just see what happens. And I tell you what almost happened was 6 the other way.
Even if he catches that and falls down, then West Florida Tech has first and goal from about the 5, and with 9 seconds left, you know Coach Summerford would try to punch it in.
Absolutely.
And he's got about 4 different people with whom he could do it, too. Man.
How many times do you risk
Now,
it? I mean,
yeah, right now I'm like, let's just down it, Coach. Let's just
look,
down it.
you have risked it for the biscuit.
Yes.
There is no biscuit
The
right
biscuit's
now.
not
Get the biscuit
there.
in the second half.
Ooh, I'm getting a biscuit on the way home, though.
That sounds good.
I mean,
a
that-
Whataburger biscuit?
I don't know, but you saying that makes me think I'm definitely getting a biscuit.
There we go. They're going to run the football.
They're running in, and that should run it
Uh-oh,
out.
did the ball come out?
Yes, it did. Look at this. Let's see if there's
And
one
it is West Florida Tech football.
with
Oh, my
1.3 to
goodness.
go. Incredible. So, Jeff, turns out they should have passed. Keeping it on
Maybe
the ground
that's why they were
was
passing the
the
football.
most dangerous play of all. With 1.3, so do they kick the field goal here? Do they try and get the touchdown? Incredible. Wow.
I feel like you got to go with the points.
Take the field goal?
Go with the field goal.
We'll see. Here I'm going on biscuits, and we got exciting stuff out there.
Well, West Florida Tech was going for the biscuit.
That's right.
They ripped the biscuit free. Watch
Yes.
this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, sure enough. Ball just
Didn't even
hit
get the ball there. And,
Wow.
Boy,
Woo!
Gillespie took a licking right there.
Yes, he did. There's Chase Gillespie, who's had a great half.
Yeah, he has.
Got hit hard there, dropped the ball. An incredible play as the West Florida Tech defense comes up huge. We've talked about how good they are.
The
And they
offense is
show it
on
there.
the field.
Yes, indeed. Coach Summerford says, let's go.
Let's do this thing.
1.3. This is something, folks. Ooh, get the juices flowing all of a sudden. It's exciting.
Can West Florida put up 30 in the first half?
I love
Ooh.
the risk of it. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. Got a flag. Or at least we got a timeout. As, yes. Coach McCray says, let's just talk about this for just a second.
I believe West Florida Tech took that timeout. Coach
Oh, is that
Summerford
right?
didn't like
I'm
what he
sorry.
saw.
I thought the ref pointed the other side of the field. Sorry about that.
Well,
I hope they go for it, though. That's really fun.
oh, my goodness. What a wild first half.
All right, so let's talk about it. So they go for it. We know Redding can keep it, and very effectively. Obviously, we know Jones is a huge threat. We've also seen Casey Wyatt, or Wyatt Casey, rather, although we may not see him on the field if Jones is out there, right? It'd probably be one or the other, Jeff?
I'm going to call a wild card here.
Okay. Ooh.
I've watched this.
Winton? You thinking Winton?
No, I'm actually thinking Patrick Delcourt. Okay, he has been on the field at the bottom of the screen.
Whoa.
We've seen him. No, he hasn't had a pass thrown to him. Number 15 right there. You see him jogging onto the field at the bottom.
Del Core.
I'm saying, Mr.
All right.
Del Core. Look, they're going to play action pass. Boom, one-on-one.
I
He's
love
going to
it.
run. Watch this. He's going to run a fade route to the back corner of the end zone, baby. Here it comes.
Man,
I'm going to be wrong.
I won't be more excited about anything this season. Now they're going
Nope.
to hand it up the middle.
They were gonna. Oh,
And
but
we
I
got
still
flags,
have a chance.
Flags everywhere. Yeah. Now they're going to call it for Del Core.
If this is against West Florida Tech,
false start
it should be a
against West Florida
10-second
Tech.
runoff.
Oh, good call. So that may be it.
I believe that should be a 10-second runoff right there, unless they take
Can
a
you
timeout.
call a timeout? Yeah,
I
call
believe
a
you'd have to
timeout
use a
too.
timeout.
Well, what do they care with 1.4 seconds or 0 officially on the clock now? Yeah, so they are going to, I think, take that timeout. But now, again, you got to think kick the field goal, right? I mean, because now it's going to be from the
and
10.
he's going to send the kicking unit on.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I was hoping Del Core. That was going to be the call of the
too.
century.
I'm with you.
And the way he lined up, just perfect for a fade route.
Jackson Clark is the kicker for West Florida.
And that looks like number
is
10,
20.
Brock Zarek.
This would be a
The holder?
27-yard attempt here.
He was making it in pregame.
And we got
Godby will use their timeout.
Yes, this is the half that won't end. The last 2 minutes of this half have been 35 minutes or so. Incredible.
Flags and timeouts.
Yeah, flags and timeouts, no doubt.
Hey, you know what? You don't get to take them with you.
Yeah,
Why not?
I mean, pretty incredible. I cannot believe they got that turnover. It was so funny. They throw on the first 2 plays, and we're sitting here saying,
Nothing
keep it on the
happens.
ground. And they fumble it immediately.
Boy, if West Florida Tech, by the way, misses this, it just continues to flip this game on its head.
It's
Holy
true.
cow.
Yeah, and as you pointed out moments ago, Godby will get it
Yes.
first. Yeah, so if they miss, then West Florida, or rather Godby's got to feel like, boy, we really dodged a bullet there. If not, though, you feel like, boy, you gave away 3 points. We'll see.
Look
Moments
at the
from
crowd
now.
right here. Godby, the Airport Dental Smile Cam. They're probably thinking the same thing, like, is this still the first half? Is this the
Seriously.
fourth quarter? Or what's going on here?
Line of scrimmage is at the 10, and remember, for a field goal, you had 17 yards, 7 for the snap to the holder, and then 10 for the end zone. So
That's
it's
just
a
good, man.
27-yard attempt right here. It's Jackson Clark.
He got it.
Got more than enough leg. It's good, and that is how the half will end. The score now 26-14, so well done by Jackson. But yes, there is a flag on the field. There is a flag on the field, and West Florida is trying to hustle off the field here. Let's see what this is. Boy, a perfect ending to this half, that there'd be a flag on the play.
They're pointing at a West Florida Tech player over here.
If it's on
Interesting.
West Florida Tech, they're going to make him kick it again for sure.
I don't know, though.
Literally,
They're letting
Coach
the players
Summerford-
off the field.
Well, they're trying. That referee is still standing over his flag.
Okay, looks like they're going to let him walk off.
All right, so that is how this half will end. 26, the home team, West Florida Tech Jaguars. The Cougars from Tallahassee, Godby, 14. We're hoping, and we think we will get Coach Brett Summerford here to talk to him for just a moment before he heads in to talk to his team. So that would be nice. It's always nice to grab the coach on the way and just hear what he's thinking about.
He looks pretty upset, by the way. He's got a lot to talk to his team about.
Yeah. There were so many penalties, and it looks like he's putting his headset on now. Hey, Coach Summerford, this is Christian from Friday Night Rivals. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for
Good.
taking just a minute to talk to us. So
Absolutely.
we knew you guys were undefeated. They're 0-6, but we also knew that that was only on paper, and they're a good team.
Yeah.
And I know you're not surprised to find yourself in a pretty tight game.
No, not at all. I know that it's Godby. We've had a lot of games and big time games with them, and nothing's different. They big, athletic, and I know, like you said, it's even though they're 0-6, they've kind of probably played one of the toughest schedules in the state, and I knew that they were going to come in here. Christian, I really thought we came out flat. And that's the tendency when you have a big win the prior week, and so that's kind of where we're at. I'm glad of the score right now. I do feel good about it. Big kick right there at the end.
Yep.
So,
Coach, one
No.
more question before you
Yeah.
go. A lot of penalties in that half. I know you're going to talk to your team about that.
yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if I can say anything else. Yeah, that's no doubt. Yeah.
That's okay, Coach. We can end it there.
We see the look on your face.
Yeah.
Listen, Coach Summerford, we'll talk to you. Thank you, sir. I
Thank
appreciate
you, Chris.
that.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So that's good news. That means I win the award for the understatement of the year there.
Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious, Christian Garmin. Coach Summerford, truly great guy. And by the way, very nice to our whole crew that got here early to set up. So thanks to him. He'll go talk to his team. We'll come back with the halftime show. Stay with us.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
We are back. It is the halftime report brought to you from Restore Plastic Surgery. Our halftime score, 26 for the home team, West Florida Tech. The Jaguars, 14 for visiting Godby. A very good team. We do have Principal Shannon from West Florida Tech. Principal Shannon, this is Christian Garmin from WFGX Friday Night Rivals. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir, Christian.
Well, listen, let's start by saying I know you got to be pleased with that first half and a 12-point lead.
We're excited to see what the Jags are doing. They've had a great season. They're having a great night, and we just want to finish strong for the second half.
You know, they're 4-0, and obviously I know what a big deal football is here on the Gulf Coast. What's the atmosphere in the school when you're walking around with a team that's yet to lose a game? I bet everybody's talking about it.
The students are very excited to see the success of the football team this year. We have a great coaching staff with Coach Rhett Summerford and the team he's built. Great leadership among the players, and it's great, creating a great spirit among the students this year.
I have no doubt about that. So we're here obviously for football, and of course we know that West Florida Tech has this outstanding football program, but I also know there's a lot more to that wonderful school than football. For people watching who maybe don't know much about West Florida Tech, what can you tell us about the school that you really want to make sure people know?
West Florida High School is a wonderful school that is full of wall-to-wall academies. It's a very, very special place where students can go ahead and start to figure out what they want to do with their life in a career or go to college. And there's a very caring faculty that wants to make sure that the students are succeeding.
Talking to Principal Williams here from West Florida Tech. Principal, can you tell me real quickly what you mean when you say academies? For someone who doesn't know, what does that mean?
Sure. Academy is a career program where every single one of our students that enrolls in the school becomes a part of a particular career, whether they want to go into multimedia, sports medicine, emergency medicine, home building, engineering, and every student is a part of one of those programs for all 4 years of high school. Those programs can lead to internships, apprenticeships, and a lot of the students find their passion, and they'll go ahead and start a career within that field or major in that field in college.
Wow.
So it's a very, very wonderful program. We have some students who are working all over the Panhandle and across the nation in a field that they love.
Well, you should be very proud. I know this is a great school, and I certainly know that's a great program. Principal Shannon, we appreciate that very much.
Thank you so much. Go Jaguars.
Go Jaguars. Love it. And they're going right now up big. We also want to do something else we always do during our halftime report, and that, of course, is the Wibbs Stone Barnett A-plus student athlete. It's always a chance for us to tell you about somebody who, yes, is an athlete, but also getting it done in the classroom. And tonight, that's Brandon Marsh. Brandon, an impressive young man, a 3.6 grade point average, loves his engineering class, not only because he loves the subject, but he's just friends with everyone in the class and really digs it. So congratulations to Brandon Marsh, Braden. So sorry. Thank you. Yes, Braden Marsh, the A-plus student athlete from Wibbs Stone Barnett. I think we can hear from Braden right now.
I'm really honored to receive this. I would like to thank my parents for raising me to have a good work ethic and then to try hard in school. I would like to thank my teachers for coming every day and teaching me all these great subjects. And I would like to thank my coaches for allowing me to play this great sport and coming out and practice every day and getting better. And I would also like to thank Wibbs Stone Barnett for sponsoring this.
Well done, my friend. That's Braden Marsh, the A-plus athlete this week, brought to you from Wibbs Stone Barnett. Told you earlier in the show about the Wendy's Giant of the Week. If you are an athlete at schools from Escambia, Santa Rosa, or Okaloosa County, go to WFGXTV.com. Click on the contest tab, and you can be registered to become the Wendy's Giant of the Week. We announce a winner every single week. That person gets more than $100 worth of gifts, including food from Wendy's. And we've got a winner right now, so let's tell you congratulations to this week's Giant, and that is Joseph Hansen from Niceville High School. Well done, Joseph. Enjoy the goods from Wendy's. We appreciate your time. We certainly appreciate Wendy's being a part of this. And remember, to any of those athletes in those counties, stop by WFGX TV GiantTV.com there. Click on the contest tab and sign up. Maybe you'll be the Giant of the Week next week. We've got more of the halftime show for you from Restore Plastic Surgery. Stay with us as we go to break with a band from West Florida Tech.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Burnett rolling, looking, now going to reverse field. He's got some blockers that way. He directs traffic, sidesteps one defender, and scores.
He has a man down the sideline. There's two men over the defender, but what a throw, what a catch. Touchdown, Barron.
You could see a fake. They're going to kick. It was blocked. Grabbed. Returned. It's Carlson who had the interception earlier. He's looking for a convoy. What a vertical.
Mark McGonigal with a couple of jump cuts. And now a spin, stays on his feet. Run of the year for the touchdown.
Reverse. Going the other way is Ethan Reed, and he's dropped.
He's going to keep it and try to throw it long, looking for a receiver, and does. Touchdown.
25 to go here, second quarter. Harbaugh going to keep it himself, spins his way across the 5-yard line. Great second effort and in for the touchdown. What a tough run, the spinning senior Cam Harbaugh.
Big play coming up here, and that one is picked.
Is that DeAndres McLean?
It is. The big man.
Let
He's got
the
some
Lamb
blocks.
run, baby.
He's got a couple blocks. He's trying to go. He's going to go. He's rumbling down the 15 to 10.
Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling. Let's go.
I'm Dr. Ben Braun at Restore Plastic Surgery. Here at Restore Plastic Surgery, we support high school athletics because it helps kids develop important characteristics and skills that will serve them throughout the rest of their lives and help them contribute more to our community and society as a whole. One of the most important characteristics of successful people is never giving up, which we refer to as persistence or grit. And high school sports help teach kids that value by forcing them to keep trying and never give up. Another important quality taught by high school athletics is excellence. Excellence does not happen overnight. It takes time to develop excellence or mastery in anything. Another thing that high school sports teaches is teamwork. Very few people succeed or survive in life alone, meaning everybody relies on people around them to get things done and be successful and achieve a common goal. And high school athletics helps teach teamwork and teaches kids how to work with each other in a constructive manner to achieve a common goal.
We are back as the Restore Plastic Surgery halftime report continues. There were all sorts of highlights in the first half, as you can see. West Florida Tech leading Godby 26-14 here as we're getting close to the action here in the second half. Let's take a look at some of those highlights. And early on, Godby took the lead 8-0, and they were looking good for a team that hadn't won yet, Jeff.
Yes, they were. That defense came out fired up. And look at that interception by Kawan Banks. We thought, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Boy, this might be a game. And then watch this right here by Chase Gillespie punching it in. Godby goes for 2, by the way, so they're up by 8. And then this happened.
Yeah, this was the safety. This turned things around. And of course, that's worth 2 points for West Florida. So just like that, it was 8-2. They then turned it around, scored right after that. So this was on the ensuing. There you go, yeah. So
Wyatt Casey, just short, by the way, on that. Thought he may have got in there, but nonetheless.
And they were up 9-8. And then from then on, here was Redding, quarterback for West Florida, scored a couple of times. This was him going the other way, pretty much the same result, touchdown. And then, of course, they get the big turnover at the very end of the half and turn that into 3 points. Here was Godby.
And wide open again to Kenneth Kelly.
Yeah. And that's how Godby ends up at 14. Here you can see again, this was the touchdown.
There he is. Marquez Jones scoring his 8th touchdown of the year. And then this is at the end of the half. We talked about them passing the football. They go to run the football and they fumble it.
Yeah, that was incredible because it turned into 3 more points for West Florida. There was that field goal, and that's how the first half ended. And that got us to the score 26-14, which you see right there. We are going to take one more break here as the half is winding down. When we come back, we're going to get ready to kick this thing off. Godby will get their hands on the ball first.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
We're here with Coach McCray here for Godby. Coach, look, Jeff Price up here in the booth. Appreciate you joining us for just a moment. Look, you guys came out. We know you were 0-6, but we talked about it in the open. You guys have played the toughest schedule in the state. You were battle-tested. You come out, you start off 8-0. Fell off a little bit. What'd you tell your team at half?
We just got to block, tackle, and coach better. Just do the fundamentals, and this is a good team we're playing against, so we're going to have to bring it this half if we want to get on the win column.
Absolutely, Coach. We are excited to see it. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Block, coach. What was the third thing?
Was it
tackle?
Tackle.
All right. Those are all important.
Hey, I like it.
You know,
I mean, it's just the thing is we make this game complicated,
right?
But sometimes it's not complicated.
Fundamental city here. We're about ready. Do we have a quick chance to look at the stats from the first half? If we do, we'll show them to you because they were interesting. Most notably led by penalties. That was the highest number I think in the stat column for either side.
There you go.
Ended up with a total of 13 penalties there. You can see that only 2 rushing yards for Godby. So everything they got done through the sky. Meanwhile, pretty balanced from West Florida Tech, and both teams had a turnover. So let's rock and roll here. We're underway. Half number 2. Godby gets it first. Right at the 25-yard line and out to about the 36-yard line. Nice. Kawan Banks, who's a big-time player for Godby.
Yeah, Kawan Banks, again, he was a factor to start off this game. Haven't heard much from him here lately. But, again, Godby's got a chance. Now they're down by 12. They have battled. Really, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot. Obviously, the 3 points there, I think, was a big turning point. We talked about the safety early on. They got to clean things up again. We heard Coach McCray just talk about it. It's very simple.
Well, you know, Coach Summerford, when we had a chance to talk to him, you know, he said, we didn't come out very strong. And he's right. The first quarter really was all Godby. But
very flat.
Yeah, but once West Florida got it going, they really did and put up 26 points there in a relatively short amount of time. So they've proven they can move on this Godby D. But right now we get a chance to see the Godby offense. And they're going to hand it right back off, of course, to Chase Gillespie, who's had his hands on the ball all night, picks up a yard. That was a very long first half, and that, again,
yes,
I think the penalties, you know, it just felt like we didn't go a play.
Well, we were doing all right till we got about a minute 30 left, and then it decided to be a 30-minute, minute and 30, so.
Yeah, that's
see
crazy.
if they clean it up. It's going to be interesting.
Well, I hope so. You know?
For everybody's sake.
I mean, yeah, it's no fun to just constantly say, let's see what the call is.
Referee's going to have to ice their arm.
2nd down and 10. That's good. Sims going to throw a bullet, but nowhere near his intended receiver, Bryce Cohen.
Well, we watched this young man in Christian Sims, the young freshman. He's looked good tonight. I love it. I tell you what, I really think that Godby needs to roll him out of the quarterback, but he just looks so much more comfortable when he can roll out, use his athleticism, and just sling the football down the field if he needs to, but also run it.
And, you know, again, if you're Christian Sims or a young player at Godby, you're feeling real good about the future. He's a freshman, and he's looked very good. They've played, again, if not the toughest, one of the very toughest schedules in the state, and they've been in those games. Pretty darn impressive. Sims going to throw it here. Has all the time in the world. Yeah, completes it. It's going to be a 1st and 10 and then some right out near midfield. So that 1st and 10 from Family Heating and Air.
Oh, wow.
West Florida.
They
sure
just
enough,
ripped the ball loose.
Take the ball. Incredible moment right there, folks. Wow. It's a huge turnover. Off the big conversion there, Godby needed that, but 53 seconds in here. And R.J. Randolph makes a huge play for West Florida.
Check out the replay on this. Let's see. He sure did just rip it loose. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about when it rains, it pours. You get a first down right there. You're feeling good about yourself.
Good looking play.
Boy, turnovers.
But instead, they turn it over, and West Florida gonna come right out at them. Markel Redding, of course, the West Florida quarterback. Looks like Wyatt Casey is joining him there in the backfield, and Casey's going to get his hands on the ball. He's had a good night and picks up 5 right there.
By the way, it's worth noting that Markel Redding's brother, Michael Redding III plays at Miami. He's a wide receiver.
It's a family with some talent.
There you go.
Yeah, incredible.
Need to get Mr. Redding the ball some more. Miami's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah, not going great. You said they lost last night, right?
Yeah, lost to Virginia. Things are not looking well down there in Miami.
No. So that's a pickup of 5 from Wyatt Casey. 2nd down and 5, and Casey's going to get another chance. And he's going to get another first down,
Great
too.
run.
Yeah, down to the 36-yard line, and that's a 1st and 10 from Family Heating and Air.
One thing to take note here is the offensive line. Look where they end up, okay? When Casey gets tackled, look where the offensive line is. They're 10 yards downfield, and there's usually some white jerseys on the ground. That's why these holes are opening up. These big offensive linemen up front just doing a great job.
Earning their keep, no doubt about it. So it's a 1st and 10 now, again, 36-yard line. Maybe a false start.
Absolutely. It's like the pulling guard right there. Moved just a hair too soon.
Flags all over the place. There you go. False start it is. Well, it made it a minute 40.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
So 14 flags?
Yeah. If you're going to try and count, you're going to get confused quick.
Give up.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that on. 1st down and 15 now back at the 41-yard line after the loss of 5 on the false start. Oh, look at this.
Here we go. Wide open.
Man, wide open. This is
boy.
going to be a beautiful play design, and that's a touchdown. Brock Zarek catches the ball. The trick play there. Would you call it? Was that a flea flicker? What was that? Kind of a reverse?
Yeah, absolutely. How about it? My goodness.
Big time. Coach Rhett Summerford having a little bit of fun. And minute 54 into this half, and West Florida scores again.
A little bit of a reverse pass here.
Okay. And a beautiful ball, too.
Beautiful. Watch this. All right, we're going to run it. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to throw it. And, boy, did we throw it. It looked like John Nicholas throwing the football, number 9 to number 10, like you said, Brock Zarek.
Extra point is up and good, and that's going to make it 33-14. So early fireworks here, 2nd half. West Florida extending the lead. Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back to see what Godby can do.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. 10:04 to go. Quarter number 3, West Florida Tech coming off a big play, a reverse flea flicker situation turned into a big touchdown, and just like that, they're up 33-14. And, Jeff, Godby had just seemingly converted on a big 3rd down, but terrific defensive play, meant turnover, and 2 minutes in, the touchdown. And now Godby's got to think, here we go again.
Yeah, this is where the dark doldrums of being 0-6 start to creep back in your mind of, well, maybe we don't have a shot in this ball game.
Yeah, and, it does, look, a comeback at this point does seem a little bit like a long shot, but it's worth noting, we sure weren't feeling that way at the end of the first quarter when this thing was a very close game. It was 16-14 for a long time, too, but now it's 33-14.
And the difference is this West Florida Tech team is really, really good on both sides of the ball. So when you talk about coming back, it's not as easy as, hey, let's just clean up our mistakes and we're good. No, you still got to battle for every single yard you earn against these fellas.
Yeah, we know how good their defense is, normally giving up about 7 points a game. They've given up 14 tonight, which is obviously a lot more than they're used to giving up. So would be shocked if they end up giving up more than 33, which is the current need. Let's see what Godby can do, though.
Well, Wildcat with Gillespie.
Direct snap to Gillespie there, not able to do much with it. In fact, loses a couple of yards, actually. I thought maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not. Well, check that. Now the guy over there is walking back, so he sure did. It's exactly the guy.
We'll see Christian Sims step back on the field for Godby as well.
Sims, the quarterback, although, again, on that play, they went direct snap to Gillespie, but Sims is the freshman quarterback who takes most of the snaps. And is a good player, which it's no surprise. I mean, Jeff, you've got a big school and a freshman quarterback. Obviously, the kid's got some real talent, and we've seen that tonight, despite the score. 2nd and 10.
Oh my goodness, what a
play that was. Touchdown, West Florida Tech.
Number 8, R.J. Randolph.
That's right, R.J. Randolph. As I'm sitting here talking about Sims, throws it right into Randolph.
This is wild. Mr. Randolph, do the jig, my man.
Let me tell you, Jeff, the interception was great. The run was impressive. He makes a great, look at this.
How does he keep his feet right here?
Yeah, and then watch his cutback.
Oh.
Yeah. Touchdown, Randolph.
Oh, man. You talk about, we were wondering if the dagger was the one before. Yeah, this is definitely a dagger.
Yeah, if it weren't there yet, it certainly is now as Randolph scores. Somewhere Mortimer is smiling. It's a Trading Places reference. Did you get that?
I got that.
Oh, wow. I would never have thought you'd get that.
Wow.
Extra point is good. That's going to make it 40-14. And now a 26-point lead. Here's another look at that incredible interception here. Check it out. Just right into his hands. That's a tough catch, though, at point-blank range. As Randolph finds it and keeps his composure, spikes it a little, gets away with it, you know.
Oh, I've got some scores for you, by the way. Talk about some exciting games.
Sure.
Our Northwest Florida State College sports desk up here. Niceville 42 over Crestview 13 in the fourth right now. How about Pace? They needed a big win. They're up 37-0 on the road at Tate. And, well, Mariana over South Walton 21-14 in the third. Booker T and the Milton Panthers 17 for Booker T, 15 for the Panthers. And, well, look at this. The Fighting Christian Garments of Pensacola Catholic up 7-0 on Mobile Christian.
Here we go. Let's go Satyrs. They didn't let me do the game last week. I'm not allowed to do Catholic games because I cannot be impartial. Great kickoff there all the way back into the end zone. So there will not be any sort of a return. And this thing has turned into all West Florida Tech now, up 40-14. Jeff, we're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter. 2 touchdowns from West Florida Tech, including that incredible pick 6.
Yep, 2 turnovers. And West Florida has taken advantage of both of those. That's what the doctor ordered. Coach Summerford's got to love his team coming out. Remember, like you said earlier, they came out flat. That's what he said. We heard that. We saw that. And, boy, when you talk about it, this is just as good as it can be for him. You see our Airport Dental smile cam right there. That's something to smile about now. Look, the young fella's already fell asleep. He said, they're scoring too much. This one's over.
This was interesting for a while. He's taking a nap. I hear you, buddy. I'm right there behind you, the Airport Dental smile cam. And like you said, lots to smile about if you're a West Florida Tech fan here in the last hour as they have blown things out. Here comes Gillespie, who has a nice gainer there. Picks up about 8. That's Chase Gillespie, senior running back for Godby.
I like this Gillespie kid, though. I really do. He is a really good football player. He runs hard. He does everything they ask him to do. Boy, he's had a good night regardless of the score.
Yeah, he's had to work, too. Work hard. It's interesting. They have him pick up of about 5 there. I thought it was more like 8. I was wrong. 2nd down and 5 now. 29-yard line. This time Sims is going to keep it. And you mentioned he's looking real good when he has a chance to roll out. Throws that just a little behind his guy. Intended receiver there was number 2. Oh, we got
Boy, Christian Sims is slow getting up. He was knocked down right there, tough hit. Good throw, by the way.
Was it?
In traffic, tell you what, almost a great reception. I believe that was Bryce Cowan.
You're correct. It was Bryce Cowan, number 2 for Godby. Sims going to head to the sidelines there. As you can see, he's hobbling just a bit, so they want to definitely protect him.
Michael Francis coming in at quarterback, and watch this. Bootleg, steps up right here, sees a little green. Look at that.
Yeah, a little. Hit him in the shoulder pad. You got to bring that in. Just a hair behind him, but certainly could have been called.
You saw Keyshawn McKee right there breaking that pass up with the lick. Great job, young man.
So like you said, backup quarterback now in for Godby here on 3rd down and 5. They get the playoff just in time. Gonna roll out. That's number 13, Michael Francis, the senior. Ball is batted down, and it's going to be 4th down and 5 deep in their own territory. We'll see what McCray decides to do.
And a pass defense right there by O'Neal Daniels. You see the young man making a play. Always love when the defensive line gets their hands up. Boy, that's just some things that people just don't. You teach it all the time, but a player gets in there and he wants to really get low and just try to drive through the guy. Instead, sometimes getting your hands up, Look what happens.
Just same thing on D in basketball.
Yep.
It's like, put your hands up, you know what I mean? You may not block it, but it's just one more thing that shooter's got to look through.
That's the Christian Garmin way. You could really, light it up on the court, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter if they were playing D on me. They're not going to slow me down. But
once you made it to the parking lot, it was over.
look at this. The fake punt looks really good. It's a huge play. That's Banks on the run, crosses midfield. What the?
What in the world? You talk about basketball. How about
see
the
it?
behind
He
the
did
back?
it behind the. I literally said a legit what the. And now we got flags on the field. That was incredible. That could be play of the game in a losing effort. Every bit of that. That was a great fake punt.
Oh my goodness! What did we
I
just
cannot
see?
wait for the Peden replay of this. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Targeting?
Yeah. Targeting there, it looks like on West Florida, so that's going to...
Personal foul. Attack.
Yeah. So 15 more yards and a huge play for Godby. Check this out.
Let's check it out. Watch this behind. Nope, I'm not done.
Does the fake behind, and yeah, literally just...
Oh, I thought he actually did the full. Okay, he faked it. I like it.
Either way,
Yeah,
it was
still.
incredible. What a play that was. On a fake punt, 4th and 5 from deep in their own territory, head coach Brandon McCray
Dialing it up.
takes a big gamble, and it pays off in a very big way.
Oh, here we go.
A
A little
reverse
reverse.
here.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
not going to work. Big time defensive play there. That's number 12 for West Florida Tech. Let's give him a kudos. That's Mekhi Walker who makes the stop, and that reverse fooled no one. 2nd down now, and about 16.
And nowhere for Kawan Banks to run the football right there. And sometimes you try to get a little motion. And the only problem is if they're not blocking up front, everybody is in the backfield.
Right.
So it doesn't matter where the motion's at. Sims is still on the sideline. So obviously Michael France is still in at quarterback, the senior quarterback.
Talking about Christian Sims, the freshman quarterback. Looks like we may have a water break here. So why don't we do ourselves a favor and also take a break when we come back? Godby's got the ball, but they are down big.
Oh, I believe.
Oh, hold on.
I believe we just had a penalty. I did not see the flag. We had a penalty against Godby.
All right,
that's
so
unsportsmanlike.
We're going to keep it right here. It was not a water break. We're going to stay right here. I saw both teams went to each side there, so it looked like the water break, but usually it comes around 6 minutes, so definitely would have been earlier. So it's a big, big, big loss.
Yeah, that is a tremendous loss.
It's 2nd down from their own 48. Got to get down to the 20.
Another pass defense right there.
Yeah.
It was at number 6 right there. Great job by Aubrey Caldwell.
3rd down and 32.
Again, you see it, just a simple screenplay, but the problem is if you don't block up front, these young men are getting in the line of sight and the passing lanes for the young quarterback.
And it looks like, Christian Sims is back in the game. Got injured a few plays ago, but he's coming in just in time for a 3rd and 32. He says, thanks for nothing. I'd rather just hang out on the sidelines.
Can I get the next one, Coach?
Seriously.
See that arm.
Yeah, he's going to throw it deep.
Uh-oh.
Way too deep. Just ahead of everybody. And it's going to be 4th and 32. I'd be surprised if we saw the fake punt here.
I think West Florida will be ready for the fake here.
Wow, that was a crazy play.
That was wild, that's for sure. Uh-oh, is he keeping the offense on the field? Okay.
Just going to keep working through things.
There you go.
It's 4th and 32. So one thing we know about Coach Brandon McCray, he's an optimist. The glass is half full.
Go. Always.
That we know for sure.
Sometimes the glass tips over, though.
4th and 32.
Uh-oh, pressure off the end. Great job, but he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, he will not get anywhere near a 1st down. Picked up about 18 yards. It's a great run, but like I said, needed 32. So it's going to be a turnover on downs, and West Florida will now take over at about the 37-yard line.
If things are going the way they are now, this would be Godby's worst loss of the year. Just a little FYI.
Well, and, you know, some insight into how good West Florida Tech may be. You know, because Godby's played some great teams. And if this ends up being the worst loss they have this season.
Well, this is another ranked team Godby's played, by the way.
Yeah. What a schedule.
Unbelievable.
Really.
Whoever did their schedule, man, you got to go back and redo that one.
Yeah, next year they deserve a break. Going to be a run up the middle here.
Marquez Jones running.
Jones fighting for every inch. Picks up about 4 or 5.
You know, something to be said, I believe Coach Summerford said it too. This is a team that they always had problems with. Godby's always been a thorn in a lot of teams in the Pensacola area in their side. This is a playoff team every single year pretty much. And, you know, this is a district battle. You know, Godby can still make the playoffs, so they got to have some things go their way. But, boy, oh, boy, you talk about Godby's, you know, talking to some friends of mine and, oh, what game you got? You tell them Godby. Oh, Godby, I bet it's battle undefeated. No, they're 0-6. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's very shocking. And yeah, you're right. Coach Summerford said his exact phrase was something like, I mean, come on, it's Godby.
Yeah.
You know, they're known to be really good all the time. 2nd down and 5. Reading going to keep it. And that's going to be, I think, maybe just short. It's very close to the first down. Had to get to about the 48-yard line. And I think he's marked about a half-yard short. So we'll be
we got a water break.
And now at the 6-minute mark, just as you'd expect, we do have that water break. So this time around, we will take a commercial break. And when we come back, it's 3rd and very short for West Florida Tech, leading big.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Foo Sackley's hooks us up every single Friday night. They bring a truckload of fried chicken, and every time, you know, again, the crew gets here around 11 a.m. and works real hard to make sure we can bring you the best possible broadcast. I usually get here around 5 or 5:30. Must be nice, right? And inevitably, the food has just arrived, and the crew's looking very happy. So thanks to Foo Sackley's. We appreciate it very much here. As a big run there. It could be a face mask. Oh, look at this. Wow. Yikes. Careful now.
Oh, look at everybody throwing a flag. Uh-oh, here we go.
Everywhere.
There's some other flags on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, got a little ugly there. As they just kept pushing them once they were well off the field. I think 3 different refs threw flags. Interesting. Before all that, Jeff, it looked to me like a face mask. It looked like they were riding his face masks trying to bring him down. Nobody saw that. This would not be any fun for a ref.
No.
Just trying to figure out what happened here, whose fault this is.
Well, and the other thing is both coaches want to make sure that this gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
This is not how you want this game to finish off. There's still a lot of football left.
100%. Not worth it, guys.
number 2,
picked it up there.
He's like, hey, here, you need this.
Yeah, picked
and
up
he was
the
like,
flag.
No, we got a lot to talk about.
There we go. I think we're ready for a call.
Calls, maybe.
I know he's got to go talk it out with.
Oh, there.
Oh, look at that. Throwing the flag to him.
Ref's got to catch that with both hands now.
Yeah.
You can't go out one-handed.
Yeah, exactly. Just make the play, then make your move. Here we go. Looks like offsetting. Oh, no.
There's 2. 2 against Godby.
2 against Godby. Here I am thinking offsetting. It's like, nope, they're both on Godby. It was an ugly play.
You see right there with Coach McCray getting the word. And they're like, yeah, that's a lot of yardage, Coach. We're going to go ahead and take it all the way down here to the 20.
Yeah, down to the Synovus red zone. That's a good place to start a drive. This is not going to be a fun drive home for Godby.
No, it's not going to be a fun. Was it about 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
3.5, 4
Tallahassee,
hours?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 2:45 to 3.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in a school bus, 3.5.
Maybe
Not
with the butt chewing they're going to get, too.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit longer. And here's the play again.
So there's the face mask I was talking about, just holding it, continuing, then just, yikes. I felt bad for her. Yikes.
Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. Both those penalties.
All right.
All right, so I guess that's 30 yards worth of penalties.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. So they don't just say it's 15 yards. They just, each of them gets 15.
You just tack it on.
Man, you have another one, half the field in penalty.
There you go.
All right, so we're ready for action now with 5:40 to go. And there's Jones.
Nowhere to go.
Swallowed up nicely by Godby. Maybe good for a yard. It'll be 2nd down now. right at the 20-yard line. So West Florida Tech is just inside the Synovus red zone.
Well, it looks like West Florida Tech, unless crazy.
They're going to win.
Things. Okay.
They're going to win.
All right. Well, they're going to stay undefeated for Godby. Looks like they're going to drop to 0-7. Obviously, we still got 5 minutes in the third, but it is.
No, they're going to win. We can do that announcer thing. We're like, oh, hey, you never know. I was like, no, they're
in there.
Yeah, they're going to win. The West Florida defense is great. Godby.
So you're saying there's no chance?
Kinda. I'm not saying change the channel now.
There you go. That's
nice
a first
play
down.
there. Yeah, it's going to be a first down as they keep on moving there. Now that's the Family Heating and Air first down, well inside the red zone to about the 9-yard line. Maybe first and goal. Let's see if they got inside that 9 or not.
As Andre Coleman.
First and goal it is from the 9.
You'll probably see a lot of the starters, well, may not see the field after this.
Right.
If they punch this in right here. Be
And
willing to bet.
if they do and go to 46 and then 47, that would mean what? A 33-point lead, and of course at 35. We go to a running clock as a big run for Jones here. Couldn't quite, boy, he wanted it so bad.
Folks.
Got down to about the 2, and let's see if, now they're trying to say there's a fumble, but I think the play had been blown dead, and Jones probably got to about the 2, it looks like to me.
And let's see if Jones is going to get that 9th touchdown on the year. Young man has had a heck of a year so far.
Let's see here, they're trying to figure out where they want to put him down, and yeah, they're walking up, right to about the 2-yard line. He is terrific.
Look at this. Just carrying folks with him. Oh, man.
Yeah,
and look, another thing to take note is look where the offensive linemen are. 15 yards down the field ahead of them blocking.
Yep. So second and goal from the 2 for West Florida Tech here. Clock is running now at 3:50. We've seen Redding keep it on 2 other moments like this in the game. Let's see if he keeps it here. No, he's going to hand it off this time.
Looks like he's
and
in.
Jones does cross. That's touchdown, West Florida Tech. And Marquez Jones, who's had a tremendous night, scores another touchdown. And that makes it 46-14. This has been a huge quarter for West Florida Tech. Their 3rd touchdown of the quarter. That's a 7-play, 62-yard drive capped off with the short touchdown run from Jones. The Airport Dental Smile Cam. You may not see it on the screen, but they're all smiles now here at West Florida Tech.
A lot to be happy. And tell you what, that band has had a workout today with all the points scored.
Yeah, they've looked very good, and that's a touchdown. Another extra point. We have a flag, so that will not count. Let's see what the flag is. That's
false start.
Jackson Clark is going to have to kick an extra point of a slightly longer distance. He did earlier in the game kick a 27-yard field goal, so this will be just about exactly that again, back at the 10-yard line, so another 27-yarder here. This, of course, not a field goal, but an extra point coming off that touchdown with 3:35 to go. Let's see if Jackson Clark can convert again from the same distance. Hold on, another flag. This is getting old. It's a false start. So they're going to make Jackson Clark work for it.
I believe they've got Cole Willis in there. Is it not Cole Willis?
On the offense.
Someone different kicking? Am I just reading it wrong?
First down.
I believe it's 33 kicking right now.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right. Well, my eyes can't tell, but that's the 20th penalty of the game.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, you're right. Good call, Jeff. That's Cole Willis.
See if Cole can get it done.
It's about a 30-yarder.
Oh, look at that boot.
Yeah, it's just enough, and it's good. That was a very long extra point, and that makes it 47-14. So sure enough, that is now a 33-point lead, and we're getting dangerously close to that running clock zone for West Florida Tech. If they go up 35, this thing keeps moving. So, Jeff, this game has turned into a little bit of a blowout. Here's another look at the touchdown. While we look at that, why don't you tell us here what else is happening from the Northwest Florida State Sports Zone?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Niceville over Crestview, 42-21 in the 4th. South Walton over Mariana on the road right there, 35-28. Milton and Booker T. Booker T still on top 17-15. Arnold still on top of PHS 15-14. The Fighting Christian Garments of Pensacola Catholic still up 7-0.
Yes.
Bayside retakes the lead over Floman to 28-21. Northview and Jay. Northview 54, Jay 7. And it looks like Pace, that game has now went final, 37, Tate 0.
Where is the Catholic game? What quarter?
Third quarter.
There we go.
I like the
the 11 from Banks, who again had a big night. Terrific player for Godby, gets that out to the 23-yard line. And of course, you just talked about scores from all of these games. If you want to see the highlights from all these games, remember tonight, Prep Football Final, the man on the right, the legend Dan Shugart, will guide you through that 20 to 30-minute action every single week. I know that I can't wait to get home and watch it, and it's great. You know, it's so fun. Of course, obviously doing what you and I do here on Friday nights means we're just so interested because we've covered a lot of those games, so it's fun to see them. But if you're watching us right now, you love high school football as much as we do, and you're going to watch Dan and the whole crew there as they work hard to bring you the action. That's right after Channel 3 News at 10. It's at 11 o'clock, Prep Football Final. Been going for more than 2 decades, an outstanding show highlighting all the action.
Yeah, again, I say it every week, but I remember when I was in high school, I'd always race home after we won. We had to win. If we lost, I wasn't going to go check it out. But Mr. Shugart does a fantastic job.
Yep. Oh, what do you know?
There's a
penalty.
flag.
Man, fellas, hold the flags.
Delay
I mean,
game.
you know, it's like bury the flags, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean,
it's like they're getting paid by the flag now. No, they're just doing their job. I'm joking, people at home. I don't want anybody to get mad if you're an official. I understand.
No, email Jeff. Jeff, what's your email again?
Christian Garment.
Easy. Hush. Let's end it there. Let's swing out.
Well, I guess a positive there is the last 2 times we've seen that, it's either been picked or swatted down. So
this time it's a
there
catch.
We go.
That's Kenneth Kelly on the reception there. Picks up a couple. It's going to be second down. Golly, Jeff, you know what? Didn't really. Looks like he picked up nothing.
You know, the other thing, too, is for Godby, they've already played. This is their 7th game where West Florida Tech only hit. This is their 5th. So those 2 extra games, these guys, they look wore out.
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully so, you know, playing a team like this, but boy, they need a bye week in a bad way.
Christian Sims wants to throw, and he's going to throw out wide. Beautiful pass there.
Beautiful. Look at the strong arm.
Yes, indeed. Gillespie on the catch, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 from Family. Heating and air. That's well done. Great looking play there.
And what you like to see right there from Christian Sims is the fact that he wanted to push that ball down the field, right? But then keeps his feet moving. I love chopping his feet, and goes and checks down. I love the young man already reading his progressions as a freshman.
Yeah. Bright future, I think, for Godby.
Yes, I was going to say that same thing. You're probably going to see him play on Saturdays once he graduates. He's just got all the intangibles right now.
1st and 10. Oh, mercy. It's a handoff up the middle. That's Tristan Davis gets the call. Picks up a couple. Took a pretty good hit.
There's another flag. Just in case you were...
Was there? I didn't see that, though. I should have assumed it. Yeah, it's a helmet-to-helmet situation there. I guess we should just assume flag at this point.
Yep.
So that's a big penalty. I saw it there. Again, sorry we're having trouble with the microphone there. Sometimes it sounds great, sometimes it sounds like that. It's always a bummer. It's great to hear the explanation, but we knew what that was. You could see that helmet-to-helmet action.
Folks at home, they may be okay with not hearing it. They've heard the call so many
times
tonight.
That's true. Good point. Turn the mic off.
We got it.
Yeah.
We're good.
1st and 10 now. 46-yard line on the West Florida side here for Godby. Another good-looking pass from Christian Sims. Oh, and a big play here. That's a beautiful move from Kenneth Kelly, who turns that into a big gainer, now down all the way to about the 12 or 13-yard line, I think. Let's see where they mark this sucker. It's a good move there from Kenneth Kelly, junior wide receiver. 16-yard line is where they're going to mark it. It's a good pass from Sims, too.
Yep. Great job.
Cutback right there was huge. Bought himself another 15 or 20.
He was a factor early on in the game.
Yeah. There was a time in this
Kawan
game
Banks.
where it very much seemed like this was going to go down to it, but that was a long time ago.
Oh, boy,
big
look at the
hole
hole
up the
right
middle
there.
That's Tristan Davis again who gets the call and picks up about 6 or 7, it looks like. So 3rd down and 4.
That young man right there, I want to go ahead and make note. Number 27, Elijah Larkins, has had himself a ball game. I feel like he probably has 15 tackles tonight at least.
Good. I'm glad you caught that. Give him that shout out. 2nd down now. Sims going to throw the end zone. Fade pass here. We may get a flag. No, we will not.
Well, I know one person that agrees with you. He wanted the flag, and that's number 19, Jonathan Texter Scott.
Yeah. I thought maybe there was early contact. Doesn't matter. No flag, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 16. But you're right. Texter's like, hello.
I don't want to say anything, but we've been a couple plays without a flag. I mean, now I've said something, so it doesn't matter, but...
Sims, a lot of time, in some trouble. Buys himself some more time. Throws it over the head of the intended receiver there. Again, that's Kenneth Kelly, a normal target, but it's going to be 4th down.
Great job by Sims being able to maneuver around the pocket a little bit, keeping his feet moving. I love that out of the young man. It's hard to teach that, but an even better job right there by the secondary of West Florida.
Yeah, because Sims bought himself some time and they stayed
lot of
on it.
time.
Yeah. All right, 4th down, so big moment here. Gonna throw that same fade we saw moments ago. And again, no flag is thrown. It's an incomplete pass. It's a turnover on downs. And West Florida now will take over with a chance to go up enough to get this clock moving. And, you know, Jeff, you know, I don't mind saying, when it's a game like this, when the lead is this big and we all know what the outcome is going to be, you do start thinking about, like, do we want them to just stay on the field? Somebody get hurt. It's just not worth it, you know. So I start rooting for the running clock. You know, we're not going to see anything else here. They're not going to come back.
And obviously, you know, and that's the whole point of the running clock. We had that a couple times this year already. It's just the safety of the players.
Yeah.
When you're losing,
it's not
like
a game
that,
anymore. Let's
you got to move on to the next week.
Yeah, totally. So we may or may not get there again. The magic number of that is 35. So if West Florida Tech scores again, then they will be up enough. And there's a flag on the play. God, what happened?
I believe it's a delay of game.
Like, nothing's happened yet. The phrase sloppy gets thrown around a lot these days, but...
Dead ball. Delay game against the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
Well, there's 2 clocks on the field, by the way, in the field level, so these players can see them. I just think they forget about them sometimes.
Yeah. All right, so very deep now in their own territory. 1st down and 15. Little jet sweep, as you would say.
Uh-oh.
And a good-looking run there out to the 18-yard line.
That looks like number 5, Andre Coleman.
Coleman. Nice play there. Not quite enough for the 1st down, but it's going to be a big gain. So it was 1st and 15. That's a pickup of 13, 2nd down and 2.
Coleman better be careful, because I'm sure there's some jawing going on the field, but him turning around pointing at that scoreboard is well, that's grounds for another flag, so I think we've seen plenty of those.
That's a classic move, though, isn't it? Pointing at the scoreboard.
Like, hey, fellas, say what you want, but there you go.
No, big hole. Woo.
Oh,
ball's
no.
on the ground and recovered by Godby. Sure enough, that's number 25 for Godby. Man on the spot is Devonta Blythers, defensive linebacker there.
Oh, Michael Ash right there, number 26.
Sorry, I had it as 25. So Michael Ash makes the play. Fell right into his hands. After a big gain here, just...
Yeah, Wyatt Casey running the football, had a good night. And just, look, that's
boom.
textbook, put your helmet on the football.
Yeah.
Maybe not, you don't want him to dip his head like he did, but nonetheless, got a fumble.
So a turnover means Godby gets it in pretty good position now. Going to be at the 36-yard line with just over a minute to go here in quarter number 3. And Wyatt Casey, despite that fumble, he's had a big night too. He's been terrific. you know, again, West Florida Tech just has several weapons.
The entire backfield has been fun to watch tonight.
Well, Sims wants to go deep here. Got a nice play there, and that's going to be a huge gain. Down into the red zone goes Godby. And once again, that is number 6, who's had a big night, Kenneth Kelly. Good player there. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from Family Heating and Air inside the Synovus red zone with under a minute to go now. So Godby, moments ago, was in the red zone, not able to get anything out of it. When they turned it over on downs, they'll have another chance here.
Yeah, we talked about Sims needing to throw for over 200 yards to give him a chance. I think he's going to be close to that, if not over that tonight.
Yeah.
He threw for 200 yards last week against Niceville in the loss.
He's a good player. Going to try and throw it again here. Very good when he rolls out, decides to keep it, but just a fine defensive play.
There he is.
Number 27, and yes, indeed, that's Elijah Larkins.
Told you, he has been all over the field all night long. He's a good-looking player, and just the effort. You're up 47-14. There's no need for you, technically, to hustle that quarterback down like that, and still, got to love the effort out of the young man.
Looks like West Florida Tech will get out of this quarter in very good shape as Godby is going to let the clock run out. That will do it for quarter number 3. A quarter where West Florida Tech really took over this game, now leading 47-14. When we come back, it's quarter number 4 on a night that's all West Florida Tech. Jaguars smiling.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
We're back. The Airport Dental Smile Cam. You can see the students of West Florida Tech wearing that pink tonight. October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. No doubt that's the reason for that pink out. Beautiful play here. Sims takes it down to about the 4. I thought we might get a late hit there, Jeff. Don't see a flag, though, but it will be a 1st and goal for Godby.
Yeah, it looks like even the ball boy got hit right there.
Yeah, no doubt. Sims saying, come on. You don't throw a flag now? All night we can see this.
It's 4th quarter. The refs just said, no, we're good.
Yeah, we're moving. So Godby making the most out of that fumble from Wyatt Casey as they have themselves this 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
You see big number 23, Tristan Davis. Again, by the way, Tristan Davis, you see him in the backfield. He's also a freshman. How about that dynamic duo right there? That's 2 good-looking young men in the backfield. Can't get away.
No, West Florida defense is swarming.
Jags everywhere.
It's Tristan Davis not able to do much with it as the West Florida D was all over it, and that's well done. R.J. Randolph, who has a pick 6 on the night, makes another play there. He comes alive in the red zone, Jeff.
Yes, he does.
His pick 6 earlier was also down in the red zone.
A group of Jaguars is called a prowl.
Okay.
So the prowl, on the prowl.
Did you consult the good folks at Google for that?
I absolutely did.
They come
Thank
through.
you for that, Google.
They come through. 2nd and goal now. Sims under some pressure, and once again, nothing doing as that West Florida Tech just refuses to relinquish anything. You are going to have to earn it. 3rd down and goal. And we may have a timeout on the field, not sure. Ref is blowing his whistle for something.
Not sure. Looks like his helmet may have come off right there at the end, and boy, offensive coordinator is ticked for Godby, rightfully so. You got one of your best players on the field got to come off in a big 3rd and goal situation.
Yeah, that's Christian Sims, of course, the freshman quarterback. We're not able to play now.
So it's Francis steps in.
Francis is back. He's had a few snaps tonight. 3rd down. Francis is going to get a chance to throw a touchdown pass.
Oh, my goodness.
No flags. Threw into some traffic there. Lucky it wasn't picked off, I think.
If you're going to throw that ball, you've got to put more air under it. You do not want to throw it a little bit of a line drive, especially when you got a young man behind your receiver and in front of your receiver.
So now 4th down, and for the 2nd time in a row here, we see Godby facing a 4th and goal, and my guess is they'll go for it again, just as they did a moment ago.
It looks like Christian Sims will not come back into the game,
no,
so this is Francis. This is his drive.
It's his drive. And you know West Florida would love to get this stop 2nd time in a row.
Listen to West Florida's band making a little noise.
Yeah, flag on the play.
Encroachment.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So it'll still be 4th down. It's a half the distance to the goal situation. And a lot of changes here for Godby.
I think
maybe they're going to kick a field goal. We'll see.
Or they're going to bring the Wildcat in here, and they're just going to bring the jumbo package. Looks like that one. That's what they may do.
The jumbo package has entered the game.
Look at that beef up front.
Chase Gillespie in the backfield. He's had a big night. Shedrick Henry also in the backfield. Going to be a direct snap to Gillespie. And he's going to get out wide, and he's going to get into the end zone. So a great call there from Coach Brandon McCray going for it on 4th down. And sure enough, Godby able to convert as Chase Gillespie gets out wide there behind all those big blockers.
Well, they keep battling.
Sure
I like
do.
the call, by the way. Bring the jumbo package in. Let's quit playing around. Let's just go man on man.
Here's another look.
Look at that beef up front. Just woo.
And Gillespie's got all that speed and barely touched. So that makes it 20-47, and obviously it's not going to be near enough to get back in this game, but it is worth noting that that terrific defense from West Florida Tech averages giving up 7 a game, and instead now is giving up 20 tonight. So again, more evidence that Godby is a better team than paper would indicate. There's an effort, but flags everywhere.
Well, there were West Florida players still coming onto the field, so there you go, easy encroachment call. I'll get them a little bit closer. I think it caught them off guard. We've got to be approaching now. 30 flags.
Yeah, this is frustrating. All right, so the 2-point conversion attempt again. It's another direct snap to Gillespie, who just keeps pushing those feet and kind of stopped on the play, but got through anyway. That was weird. I guess he knew he scored.
Knew where he was.
Yeah, knew where he was. Got the 2-point conversion. That makes it 22 for Godby, 47 for West Florida Tech. Early in the 4th quarter, we'll be right back.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
We're back, and as you can see, West Florida Tech is up big on Godby, more than doubling them up. 47-22 is the current score, and this West Florida Tech band has just been awesome all night. You can hear them. They're very close to us, probably 30 yards to our right, so we can hear them loud and clear. It's good. Look at this little onside kick from Godby, handled nicely by West Florida Tech, and that's where they're going to take over. Jeff, 25 penalties tonight. Just, again, every couple of plays. It's been really sloppy, and I think it's worth noting only because we're pretty late in the season to see this many. You know, week 1, week 2, you see a lot of that. I'm surprised at this point we're still seeing it so much. Got the hop they wanted there.
Yeah, beautiful kick.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. This is a game for both coaches. They're going to go back and scratch their heads and be like, what were we doing? And a lot of it's unnecessary penalties. Sometimes, you know, when a guy goes and he just goes full speed, he makes a mistake, and you move on. A lot of these are just boneheaded penalties that are easy to clean up, but boy, you hate to see that in your team.
So the onside kick, unsuccessful for Godby, and West Florida starts off with, again, good field position, about the 33-yard line. It's going to be bobbled here, it just has to fall on it. And that's not what the doctor ordered, so that's just going to be a big loss. There's Redding.
Boy, West Florida's got to refocus. They had the big turnover.
Yeah.
Allows Godby to put some more points on the board right there. They look out of sorts right now. They got to get it together.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. You know, when you get up that big, it's easy to lose your concentration. And you're right, they have looked a little sloppier in the last few. Look at this.
Got to bring it in.
Yeah, hit him in the hands. It's a big loss of about 9, so it's 2nd down and 19 at this point. Redding going to hand off, and Jones has had a huge night, gets out to the 32-yard line, and that's back to almost the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and about 9 or 10. Marquez Jones just having a spectacular night, and he's a sophomore, so again, big future there too.
Absolutely. Gotta love the young players that we see in this game on both sides here for Godby as well. We talked about, obviously, Mr. Sims as a freshman, and you see Jones right there as a sophomore. Future's bright for both these schools, but boy, I tell you what, right now for Godby, they don't want to hear that because they're fixing to drop to 0-7. West Florida looks like they'll improve to 5-0.
Going to be a handoff again, but a great defensive play there as so many swarm from Godby. So that's going to be another loss, and not a great possession from West Florida Tech, as they're going to be facing now 4th down and about 14. So I think they're going to punt, and Godby's going to get their hands on the ball again as the clock comes down to 8:45.
I do love the effort we're seeing from Godby.
Yeah,
I mean, they could have easily just quit, moved on, and let's go back to Tallahassee and start again next week. But, boy, they're fighting right here, and they're making it a little more interesting.
I mean, listen, yeah, you're right, because it's like, the immediate future is really long drive home of 3 hours,
Yes.
and nobody's going to be in a good mood. On top of that, they're moving to 0-7. They know they're a better team than that record indicates, but who cares? That means nothing, you know? So it's got to be very frustrating, and yet they just continue to work. Took a timeout here on the field with 8:20 to go, so why don't we go ahead and take another commercial break here as things are starting to wind down. It's Friday Night Rivals, big lead for West Florida Tech. Godby would love to find a way to fight back into them.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
We're back. We're live. It's 4th and long for West Florida Tech, so they're going to punt here, and Godby, again, as I've said so often tonight, should get the ball, some pretty good field position. Good-looking punt.
Good roll.
Yeah, really nice hop. Ooh, careful there. That's number 11, Keyshawn. I'm sorry, no. We'll check that. That's number 11, Keyshawn Banks, of course, who nearly had that ball take a weird hop and touch him, which would have made it live.
Well, we got a second. It's worth noting that next week we'll be at Tate High School over at Gonzales.
The Aggies and the Wildcats.
Yeah, Booker T. By the way, Booker T got the big win over Milton tonight.
It's big.
So be flying high right there. For Tate, the offensive woes continue. They got to find a way to put some points on the board. The defense for Tate's actually not bad. But, boy, it's tough whenever you know that your offense can't put up many points.
Can't score. So that'll be next week. And, of course, as we say so often, because that's an Escambia kind of game, kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Remember, Santa Rosa County games kickoff's at 7:30. 1st and 10 here for West Florida Tech. And, I'm sorry, for Godby. Sims is still in. And, I mean, Jeff, you know, honestly, I felt like for a while here this game's over. But obviously, you know, Coach McCray's not going to feel that way. He's still trying to win this thing, and he should. That's what they're supposed to do. Stranger things have happened, as they say, right? But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they got a long uphill battle right now. But, hey, nonetheless, you can just don't give up and move on. But that's not what they're going to do right here.
And when you have a freshman quarterback, every play matters. You know, every play is another chance to learn. Nice play there. It's a gain of about 8, so it's going to be 3rd and short. And, you know, I mean, again, you never want to say throw in the towel on the season, but when you're 0-6, now you're going to move to 0-7, but you do have a freshman quarterback, Jeff. You probably are starting to think about, okay, well, what do we learn? What can we do in each game so that next year we've got one more important thing under our belt? You think that you kind of start looking at it that way?
In a way, you might, but the thing is obviously this is a district battle here, and looks like Godby, they'll drop to 0-2 in the district. They've already lost to Wakulla, but they
nice
still
play
have
there.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, Sims, so good. He's looked great all night.
Right yeah. But regardless, they still got to play a game against Panama City, Arnold, and PHS. So if somebody can upset Wakulla, well,
who knows?
Godby could find their way in the playoffs. So
well, and again, we keep saying it. It's darn well true. They're a good team, despite the fact that they have not won a game. They've played an incredibly hard schedule, just top-ranked team after top-ranked team, and they've played them close. Tonight they're getting blown out a little bit, but this is the anomaly. Most of their games have been very close. First down converted there on the really nice play. Misdirection here, coming back the other way.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a big play.
Look at the big fella.
Forget about it. He's going to take it to the house.
Fella.
Touchdown, Godby. That's number 23, Tristan Davis, who comes back the other way and scores. How about that?
So, by the way, there's the other freshman we talked about, and this is a good-looking freshman as well.
It's a 52-yard run from Tristan Davis, and that's going to make it 28-47 with 6:24 to go. And right about now, Godby's got to be thinking, boy, we let that thing get out of control in the third quarter. Otherwise, this thing's a real game.
Absolutely. Great run. Like you said, misdirection. And look, he's a big fella right there, but boy, even West Florida can't catch him.
No, Beautiful run, big touchdown, 52-yarder. And now going for 2 here. There's Gillespie out of the Wildcat once again. And he's not going to get to the end zone, so the score will stay right there, 47-28. Which means it is just under, let's see, it's 19 points with 6:24 to go. So, Jeff, we're probably going to see another onside kick here, I would think.
Absolutely.
Godby still got all their timeouts. And, I mean, listen, it's a testament to Godby and the fact that they're still trying, that we're talking about how many timeouts they have, that even matters, you know? Because 10 minutes ago, it surely did not seem like it would.
No, it did not. It looked like it was over. And look, some of the Godby, there we go. And it's like, hey, check these guys out now. By the way, Braves, how about the Braves?
Like
Braves.
that. Go get them.
Doing their thing.
Heading to the
Clinching.
playoffs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good sign right there.
Let's go Bravos.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, how about the Cardinals?
That is wild.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a team that's won 17 in a row?
No, I do not. No.
I don't care who I am. I don't care if
Right.
the Dodgers or the Giants. I don't want to play those guys.
And the Cardinals have clinched the wild card, right?
Right.
So they need to lose then. You don't want to keep winning now. That's the last thing you want to do is go in there. It's like those teams in the NCAA tournament. When you go in 27-0, it's like you're losing in round 2. Incredible. See, it's reminiscent of what the A's did back in 01 when they put together that incredible winning streak and made the playoffs. Billy Bean and Moneyball style.
It changed the game forever. Well, look, this young man right here, by the way, number 83, Michael Hernandez, has had some phenomenal kicks. Phenomenal onside kicks.
Yeah. Yeah, the kicking game tonight's been really interesting. We've seen a lot of cool stuff, and he's going to go for it here, another onside effort.
Did he just call out the guy he's kicking at?
I'm going to kick it
at him.
Jonathan. I don't know about this one.
Oh, no, that one won't get it done.
Didn't get that hop. You know, the hop is everything on the onside kick. You got to get that high hop and get a chance to make a play on a jump ball. Doesn't work out, though, so West Florida Tech obviously going to get it in great field position right at the 50-yard line. And listen, you know, Coach Summerford's thinking, all right, fellas, let's get it together here. This is not going well. Let's put together a drive and score again. For a while there, it seemed like they were scoring at will, but that is certainly quieted down here.
Well, you were going for a point where you were fixing to pull your starters to now.
Yeah.
You got to keep your starters in here to get that momentum to continue on to next week.
Yeah, we were talking about the running clock and all those things, but that's not going to happen. Good for Godby.
Coach McCray said, no, not so fast.
No. Run up the middle there. That's Jones, who's had a huge night, picks up about 5. And you think in a game like this, you think, yeah, let's keep it on the ground, let's keep the clock running. But they'd keep it on the ground anyway. Their running game's been incredible.
Yes.
You know?
And you talk about Jones, talk about Wyatt Casey, you talk about Markel Redding running the football.
Quarterback's been great, too.
Offensive line's been great tonight.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs.
J.T. Winton, receiver for West Florida Tech. He has not, we haven't said his name much tonight. He's a terrific receiver. Thought we might say more his name, but it's been such an impressive ground game. And the penalty here, you can see, moves it farther down the field with 5:40 to go. And now down to the 40-yard line.
I never got Patrick Delcourt.
Oh, your boy.
My call. Feed Delcourt.
Boy, that was exciting.
And when I watched him line up, I was like, it's going to happen. This is going to happen. They ran the football.
All right, 1st and 10 now.
I'm no Tony Romo. I can't predict.
Nobody's Tony Romo but Tony Romo. There's Jones again, little cut back, picks up a couple as the clock will continue to move. Godby from Tallahassee did not bring too many folks over tonight. I would estimate about 35 or 40 folks sitting over there. It's going to be a long drive back. Appreciate it, though. Probably some parents who said, heck yeah, I'm going to come watch it. There you go. You can see the stands a little barren on the opposite side here. West Florida, meanwhile, nice little crowd. Not huge.
Good student section. Great band.
Yeah, the band's been awesome. Great student section. A lot of spirit. A lot to cheer about. 2nd down and 8. There's Jones again. And takes it down to the 30, which is right at the Pensacola State College 1st and 10 marker, and that's going to be enough to convert, so it will be a 1st and 10.
Well, some college scores, some games going on tonight in case you're interested.
Sure.
Houston's up on Tulsa, 42-10. Iowa, goodness gracious, both these teams, by the way, Iowa and Maryland, undefeated. Iowa 44, Maryland 14 into the third quarter. And BYU, a surprise story this year. Had some guys go to the NFL. Well, 24-13 on top of Utah State.
Okay. Well, Friday night college football action.
We do it all here.
1st and 10. And give it back to Jones. And
tough running.
He's terrific. He's picking up yards every single time. Most importantly, he's allowing that clock to continue to roll, which I think is Coach Summerford's main objective at this point. And probably, if we're being honest, Coach McCray's point as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. By the way, I got to ask you, Arkansas, Georgia, who you got tomorrow?
That's going to be all Bulldogs. That game's in Athens, right?
Absolutely.
I think game day is going to be there, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 2 Georgia, number 8 Arkansas, 16.5-point favorite is the Bulldogs. And not too often do you see that.
No, I'll tell you right now. Not that I'm encouraging it. I'd bet Arkansas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Georgia, that defense, though, you're not going to run the football on them. KJ Jefferson and the Arkansas team, they're going to have to find another way to be able to maybe throw the football. I don't know what you do.
I'll tell you something else we should note. You noted Oregon fan.
Yes.
I, of course, Oklahoma Sooner fan. I think they're ranked 3rd and 4th in the country, right?
Absolutely.
That's exciting.
Y'all got K-State on the road tomorrow.
Yeah, the Sooners, they haven't lost, but they have not won convincingly. Every game, let me tell you, it's been stressful. The Synovus red zone now for West Florida Tech. Oh, listen.
There it is. You gotta love it.
Doing the Fox NFL Sunday song there. It's really good. Good job to the band director from West Florida Tech. That's great. Hand off up the middle here.
All right, Ole Miss, Alabama.
Oh, well, I got to say Alabama.
I think if this was at Ole Miss, we may have a different story.
I wouldn't mind if Ole Miss won. You know what I mean? For a game like that, for me personally, it's like, just be close. You know what I mean? I'd be bummed if it's a blowout either way, honestly.
Yeah.
2:30, SEC, October. Just be a close, great game. That'd be wonderful.
I'm with you.
Who
Same
you got?
thing with, I think Alabama, but I'm telling you, Matt Corral is a fantastic quarterback.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that Ole Miss, everybody's talking about the Ole Miss defense has improved. Well, yeah, I hope so after last year. They couldn't tackle anybody, so I don't know. I just feel like Saban hasn't lost to any of his former coaches. I don't think it's going to start tomorrow.
That's second down here. That's Andre Coleman, the ball carrier, not able to do much with it. It'll be 3rd down as we're down to 1:48 here. Looks like the clock has stopped. Oh, we got
defense.
Timeout. Okay, so West Florida Tech wants to talk or maybe make a couple of player changes here. What else you got? Any other games about tomorrow that we can give our thoughts on?
Of course. I think this is going to be a sneaky good game.
Which
is Florida-Kentucky. Kentucky and Florida is always that's Kentucky's Super Bowl.
Well,
okay? They always play them so tough.
It's a great game if it's February and we're talking about basketball.
That's a very true statement.
Then I'm pumped.
And how about Auburn and LSU? LSU, what a disaster
Where is
it's
that
kind of
game?
been. And that is at LSU.
Ooh, what time?
It
night
is
game at LSU?
8 p.m. You gotta love it.
That's a home field advantage right there.
Auburn. I bet the Georgia State. Like, come on, Auburn fans, and listen. My wife's a Georgia fan, or not a Georgia fan, an Auburn fan, and she's telling me to turn the TV off. I was like, no, this is actually fun to watch. Georgia State's going to upset them, and boy, TJ Finley comes in. It's
big play.
Bo Nix has got to go. That time it's time for him to go. So
he's
got to go. See, right here, got us on the camera.
Oh, are we on camera? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Look at that red light. Even from here, you can see the red light. So check this out. I was out of town last week. And although I was still in the South, and I was in an elevator at a condo, and guy comes on. This was on Friday, so a week ago tonight. Guy comes on to the elevator, and he's wearing all Auburn gear, and I didn't know who Auburn was playing, and I was like, "Hey, who's Auburn got tomorrow?" Flag on the play here, so this won't stand. I said, "Who's Auburn got tomorrow?" And he's like, "It's just going to be a cream puff game. They're going to go crush them." And I know, right?
That didn't age well.
No, I know. The next day, I had that game on. I was like, "Oh, I hope I see him on the elevator again." But they ended up obviously winning. It was funny, though.
It's been a while.
Illegal formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
All right, so it's 4th down now into the red zone, of course, as you can see. We'll see what West Florida Tech tries to do.
You know, this year's actually, to me, is really intriguing. Alabama looks vulnerable. Okay, they're still a really good football team, but the Florida game showed that they are beatable.
Agreed.
Okay, Florida's playing a little bit better. You've got Ohio State doesn't look that good anymore. Oregon really took it to them. Then you wonder, is Oregon for real? Because they'll drop a game here or there.
You know who you haven't mentioned? Well, yeah, Clemson is
they
25th.
Can't score the football.
They've looked well. You know, they did lose a pretty significant player.
Absolutely, but DJ, yes, his last name. I'm not going to pronounce it on TV.
Hey, Penn State.
You buying Penn State?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I'm not buying Penn State.
Is that right?
I mean, look, they took Auburn to the wire, and that's looked at as a fantastic win when they were at home during the whiteout. And then we look at what happened with Auburn. I'm just very hesitant on Penn State.
I can tell. You're not.
I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite to win the national championship. I really don't.
Which is exciting because usually it very much feels like the March of Alabama.
So often we've talked about it's Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, and probably Oklahoma every year. It's just going to be that way.
Right.
This year's not the case.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and you forgot UTEP, but otherwise,
UTEP.
Those 5.
Who's paying you to say that?
I'll tell you, speaking of Texas, though, I would love to see the Longhorns just turn it around and get really, really good.
Well, they put a 70 burger up on Texas Tech. I know it's Texas Tech, but still scoring 70 points on a Division I opponent like that.
Well, wait till Oklahoma and Texas are in the SEC.
Oh, my goodness.
I hope it happens.
That quarterback for Texas, Hudson Card, by the way, he's the real deal. Ever since they have, if they had him in the Arkansas game, it may have been a little bit different of a story.
4th down here, and West Florida Tech going to just go for it because, again, they're trying to run that clock. They will not get it, so a stop from Godby with 1:37, and that's going to send the Godby offense back out onto the field. Here you can see 47-28 is the current score. So, but listen, I would say, Jeff, that was a mission accomplished drive for West Florida Tech. Even though they turned around, they ran off about 6 minutes on the clock. You know what I mean? That's what they were trying to do. They
just
did it.
chew clock and stay healthy.
If Godby had any inkling 6 minutes ago of this thing ain't over, it's over. You know what I mean? So West Florida Tech, and I think that's why Coach Summerford went for it there. He's like, if we can keep this thing going, let's do it. It's a low risk.
There you see the West Florida band. They've done a great job tonight as well.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
Principal Shannon's got to like what she sees.
She was great.
She was fantastic.
Yeah, great. It's fun talking to these principals every week. Give them a chance to brag about their schools, and they always tell us something cool. It's great. Christian Sims gonna do a heck of a job there.
Ooh, got to work on his slide.
Not a great slide there. Could have hurt himself. But it's a good-looking run and enough to.
Boy, that made my knee twitch.
Yeah. It's enough for Pensacola State College 1st and 10 as the clock is moving now at 1:25. So we're nearing the end of this lengthy game, honestly. It's after 10 o'clock. This game is more than 3 hours long, thanks in large part to the exorbitant amount of penalties. Sims is going to, nearly throws the pick there. Probably should have been picked off. Not to be, though. That's number 8 for West Florida Tech, R.J. Randolph, who has a pick 6 on the night.
So I think, obviously, with the game winding down here, it takes a big crew. We've talked about the crew, the great job that they do. We appreciate them. All the camera angles, all the replays, everything that you see, it takes a lot of work. It's not a one-man show. It's not just us up here. Trust me, what we do is by far the easiest part. With the crew being here all day long, putting in basically a 12-hour day, sometimes more, just so you can see it. You see some of the crew right there.
And
always doing a great job.
Different stadiums, different fields have different setups.
Yes.
This one is not easy.
No, absolutely
There's
not.
some narrow stairs to get up here, and I didn't like doing it on my own. They were doing it with huge cameras and equipment.
A lot of equipment.
Incredible. Yeah, and again, arriving early around 11 a.m., noon, through Sackley's is nice enough to feed the crew. That usually happens just before the game.
And by the way,
what do you got?
It couldn't be Friday Night Rivals without the stat man himself,
the
Derek Diamond.
The double D,
Derek Diamond. Look right here. Turn around, Derek. Look at this. Look at this camera. There he is.
Man, wait,
this is the man.
I didn't know. Why are we taking this camera all night? Let's just stay on
Let's just stare at it.
Yeah. I mean,
there
come on.
we go.
There's again It's a big crew here. Sim's going to go out wide there. I think his knee hit the ground. It did. And that will be down there. So
should be one more play. He'll be able to get off.
Yeah, it's 4th down. So honestly, that may stop things because they may have to actually, change possessions.
Surely we can convince them.
I mean, you would hope. You would seriously hope that they just say roll it. Play clock's at 18, game clock's at 30, so it's about a 10-second difference. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's 4th down and 12. Godby gonna go for it. They too just trying to run things out. Sim's gonna show off that arm. Oh man!
He's electric now.
Yeah.
And the clock stops.
Yeah, we knew it would. So
yep.
Throws it way downfield, but it's a turnover, and West Florida's going to come out, I think, and go into that victory formation and call it a night. And good for West Florida. The Jaguars going to move to 5-0 and looking real good. As you said, ranked in the state, putting up big numbers on a really good team in Godby, despite the fact that they haven't won. It's funny. I mean, they haven't won, so a lot of people watching, they say, stop saying they're good. They haven't won. But the fact is they've played a tremendously difficult schedule, and they've been in all those games. Tonight they're getting blown out. That is not something that's happened a lot. There you can see Coach Summerford still getting after it. There's no quit because there's still a whole second half of the season. Can't quit.
5 of the 6 games up to this point, well, now 6 of the 7 games, they played ranked opponents in the state.
Exactly.
Whether this state of Georgia, it doesn't matter. Show me somebody else that's got that schedule.
Yeah. Honestly, it probably was a mistake.
Sounded good. You know how colleges do those schedules like 10 years in advance.
That will do it there. As you said, victory formation, West Florida Tech. Oh, looks like some Gatorade dumping. I see Gatorade. I'm not sure why, but I see Gatorade. They're going after Coach Summerford. Here we go. Woo! The Gatorade back. Coach Rhett Summerford telling his players, get over there. Mercy. Now he's got to go shake hands, freezing and soaking wet.
And sticky.
Well, if it was sugar-free Gatorade, maybe he's not sticky. Can somebody find out if that was sugar-free Gatorade?
That's the questions that we need answered right now.
I think Coach Summerford felt a little guilty, honestly, going to shake hands after the Gatorade bath. He was like,
I do like this, by the way, for Coach Summerford going over there and getting his coaching staff to shake hands with the players. That's a classy move.
That was great. Final score here, 47 for West Florida Tech and 28 for Tallahassee Godby. This was a good game for about a quarter, maybe a quarter and a half. And then late in that second quarter is when West Florida Tech opened it up a little. And 2 minutes into the third quarter, 2 turnovers for Godby, 2 touchdowns, and the game was done. We're going to go to break, but when we come back, we've got a play of the game, a player of the game, and, of course, a trophy presentation.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Wendy's.
Friday Night Rivals. There you can see Coach Rhett Summerford and his team from West Florida Tech getting a big win tonight. Coach Summerford, first of all, congratulations on a big win against a very good team in Godby despite their record. It's too bad. I don't know that we can hear Coach.
You can't hear me?
Oh,
no, now we hear.
Yes, we can.
I just had to look up. No,
okay.
I said that they're a very, very good team. Their record is not representative of what they are. Played really, really, really well, and they're going to win some games here at the end, I'm sure.
Coach, you say their record is not indicative of what they are. I think your record is indicative of what you are. You guys are 5-0. So tell me first, before I get to my next question, at this point in the season, midway through, what is it you feel really good about with this team?
They're coming together. I think that you see that they've got kind of a brotherhood kind of coming together, and it makes you proud as a coach that they're kind of buying in with each other, and we got a good team chemistry is really, really good. So that's something that we're really, something we can build on and stuff like that.
What about the other side of the coin, Coach? You're 5-0, looking real good, but I know that you probably see all sorts of things you want to work on. What are some things you're going to need to do better to do well in the playoffs?
Well, it was ugly tonight, I thought. Penalties, we're still working through penalties. We had, just late in the game, had to put it away a little bit, and there's just little things that, that every team goes through that's got to just get better and better.
No doubt about it, Coach Summerford. Appreciate that. Why don't we go ahead and give you some hardware as you guys have won. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. These guys are
Got to get Coach out of there.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Hey, get on me.
Listen to that. Love it.
I love it.
West
I love
Florida
it.
Tech comes away with a very big win, and Coach Summerfield is, of course, very proud of his team. So, Jeff, before we call it a night, we still have a little bit of business. Of course, every single week we award a play of the game and a player of the game. And why don't we start with the Closets by Design play of the game? We had a lot of big ones tonight. This was great, though.
Little reverse pass. How about this? Goodness gracious. What a beautiful pass over the middle. And, boy, to number 10, Brock Zarek right there. Look at this. Watch this. Beautiful spiral, by the way. John Nicholas.
And at that point, I mean, the game was pretty wide open. But if you had any doubt at this point, this was the difference.
That's one of the daggers right there. That's just a shot in the heart if you're Godby. But it's our Closets by Design play of the game. And, well, got our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game. Christian, we talked about it, and there you go. Take it away.
Marquez Jones, he was outstanding. 20 carries tonight, 173 yards. It seemed like every time he got his hands on the ball, he was good for 5 and sometimes a whole lot more. Scored 2 touchdowns as well. Markel Redding, of course, the quarterback, also had a great night. Could have given it to him as well, but we had to go with Jones, who just seems like such a powerhouse, and really at the end there, again, continued to make big plays and make sure Godby had no chance to come back.
And got 9 touchdowns on the year.
In 5 games.
In 5 games.
Yeah, really impressive. And to your credit, you pointed him out before we ever got going. Said, let's watch out for him. He would have been tough to miss. So it's a very big win for a very good team with West Florida Tech. Again, final score 47-28. Next week we'll be at Tate as the Washington Wildcats will Wildcats. That was weird. The Wildcats will head to Tate and see if they can get another win. Meanwhile, Tate's offense struggling, but they have a chance next week to see what they can do about that. Hopefully you'll join us, and don't forget to join Dan Shugart tonight at 11 o'clock. That's less than an hour from now for Prep Football Final. You'll see some highlights from this game, but you're going to see highlights from all the action up and down the coast. For Jeff Price, for the entire Friday night Rivals crew. Sorry, I saw that picture of Dan and I just started swooning. I am Christian Garvin. We thank you for watching us, and don't forget to watch him, Mr. Dan Shugart, tonight at 11 o'clock on Prep Football Final. We'll see you in a week.